What's up, everyone? This is the Next Tape podcast with Mikel and
Tanyka.
where we have conversations on different topics. So,
Happy
Happy New
New
Year,
Year.
everybody.
It's our first recording of the new year.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Um, so basically, hope everybody had like a great New Year's
Mm-hmm.
Eve. We kind of did, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
mine was quiet, pretty much
yeah,
3 weeks of not a
yeah,
lot going on.
yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was just alone time with myself. No, well, not in that way. Just just like just playing mobile games and watching movies.
Mm.
So basically,
Yeah.
3 movies. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's pretty much what
that was it.
I've been
Yeah.
doing too. And
Yeah.
yeah. We
So
got we got a lot that we could talk about when we do the Netflix, or we're gonna come up with a different name for it.
so
It's
yeah,
been
we're going.
tasks for
Yeah,
me to figure it
that's
out.
in.
So I do think I have an idea. I'll run it by
Yeah.
you off the recording, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
but
We're working on that.
yeah,
It will no longer called Netflix
Netflix.
multi series.
No, no.
Because reasons why, because we wanted to keep it like, broader for everybody, because everybody watches like, Disney Plus, Amazon, Netflix, and then people go outside of theaters and watch movies as well. I do that too. So Tanika does it as well. So like, yeah, we just want to run it out a little bit, and we want to just get a new name for that segment, I believe. So
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
go ahead.
Um, but yeah, no, I was definitely watching a lot of different things, and
Mhm.
I'll
Mhm.
definitely be talking about it when we get to it. Because again, just as a reminder, we are doing a longer um episode
Mhm.
for a quote unquote Netflix episode till we figure
Mhm.
out a new name. Um, so we are doing a longer one because we didn't do one last month.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much what we have in store when it comes to this podcast.
Well, we also have
So
our Patreon that's going to be coming as well.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Working on it now.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm thinking we'll probably have that launched sometime probably in February. Um,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of what we're going to be doing on that side.
Mhm.
We went back to solo.to for the website as well.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So that's kind of what's been going on podcast
Yep.
wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All
All right.
right. Ready to jump in?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
So we have a lot that I think we're gonna talk about
Yeah.
in
A lot
this.
has.
A
Yeah.
lot's
A lot.
happened in
Yeah.
the
Uh,
world, but I also want to make
Yes.
sure we keep it light as well.
Mhm.
So there we do have some light topics. We have some harder topics.
Mhm.
I don't know if Mikkel, if you have anything, but
Um, I think I might have something when it.
okay,
I think I might. Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
okay. Well, let's start off with a light topic. So
Mhm.
we have movies that are coming out in 2026.
Uh huh.
So kind of gonna go through like the 2026 movie release schedule.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's start in January. There's one that came out already on January 2nd
Uh huh.
called We Bury the Dead. Never, I don't know anything about it. But that's one that's come
Mm.
out. It
Uh huh.
looks like it might star Matt Damon, just based on the pic. Oh no, that's a different one. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
It's a different movie. January 9th, which again
Mhm.
has already happened, but I've been hearing about this one, Primate. It's a horror
I think.
movie.
I mean. Oh.
Yeah,
I. I.
it's a horror movie that basically like a
Yeah.
monkey that was raised by
Yeah.
humans turns on them.
Yeah.
That's what I've kind of gathered based
Have
on the what I've heard about it.
Have you heard about The Housemaid
I have heard about it and I want
is
to see it.
popular.
Yeah, I heard it looks
I
really good. I'm interested in seeing that.
really pop. Is it popular because it's Sydney Sweeney, or is it popular because of the book?
I think you're
I think
thinking
it's both.
no, the book you're thinking is I think I don't know if Housemaid is a book.
I
Is it
heard
a
it's a
book?
book. It's a book.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a popular book. Yeah,
Okay. Well, I don't
yeah.
know. I'm sure the book is partially it as well. Um, like I don't know if it has anything to do with Sydney Sweeney, so I don't know.
So, oh, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
It's just because like people just basically are, I heard it was a popular book,
Mm,
and it's because it's doing so well. Uh, it's because people were hating on Sydney Sweeney on
hmm.
her past movies and her controversial situation with
Right,
the
which we talked about.
American Eagle, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But like,
But I mean, I saw her actually one of the movies that I watched during the break was one
uh,
that she did probably a couple of years ago. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now, but it was um Anyone But You, I think is what it's called.
mhm.
I enjoyed it. I
You
thought it
enjoyed
was
it, yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
Um
she's a great actor in my opinion. But like the problem is just like I just don't
I need to see
I don't get
more of
the
her before I can really say like she's a good actor because like I
uh
kind of need to see do you have range because it's
huh.
hard for me to say that if I only watch one movie of her.
She needs
So,
more. Yeah, she needs more. Like she's in Euphoria as well. So like
mhm.
that's another one too. Like if you want to watch it, she's in there as well.
I mean
But
Euphoria.
she needs. Yeah, she's in there.
Okay.
She needs more range in my opinion. I like to see her in a movie with like Michael B. Jordan, but like that would probably won't ever happen. She looks like she does. Uh, I would say, like, I don't want to be like, typical, like, race bait or race at all, but like she does the typical, like, white movies, I would say. So
Mhm.
like, yeah, I just don't think,
Well, again, it's hard
she's
to
yeah.
say,
I-
right? Because,
Yeah.
you know, it isn't Zendaya in Euphoria, or am I wrong?
Yes, she is.
Okay,
She
so
is
then,
in
I
the
mean
same.
that's something, but like,
Yeah, that's
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like movies in general.
right.
Series,
But
yeah, that's mixed.
range when it comes by when you think range, I'm not necessarily thinking um the people who are in the movie
And
alongside
you're thinking
her.
about genre.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah,
thinking,
yeah. Yeah.
the type of character she's playing.
Ted,
That's
Ted,
more what range is. Not so
Ted.
much the people that she's with, right?
Okay. Right.
Because again, like I think for as a black person,
Mhm, mhm,
I prefer to like if I'm going to see a mainly black people movie or mainly black people are in a movie,
mhm, mhm.
I prefer to see more black people than seeing more white people, you know what I mean? Just as a
Yeah,
black person, it's kind of, nice to see movies that are predominantly played by
yeah,
black
yeah,
people. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna like hate on that because she's not in a movie with like a Michael B. Jordan, but you look at at Michael B. Jordan, he he's been able to break out of like a one person mold where,
Oh
he's
yeah,
playing
Sinners.
like
Yeah, Sinners.
not even
And
just that. He's been
uh,
acting long before that, right?
yeah,
He,
Creed,
he's
Black Panther. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, but again, like those characters, it's like okay, he's playing like a bad guy or he's playing, you know, person who it's not just comedy. I've seen him play comedy part as well. So
Yeah,
he is someone who has range, but
he does
um
have range. Yeah, he
yeah.
has range as well. Like basically, he's in one of he done a romance movie as well. I seen
Mhm,
one of those movies as well.
mhm.
Just don't remember what the name was.
No, I
Movie.
can't no. Um
Let me just
like
look
there
at.
was this
Go
movie in
ahead.
particular that I'm thinking about. Like he wasn't like the main character, but he was, I believe, in a movie with Daniel Radcliffe, I think, but I could be so wrong. But there was a movie that I
Mhm,
remember I first saw him, years and years ago,
mhm,
and he was playing a very different role than what he does now, right? But
mhm.
I don't know. I think like
Okay.
with Sydney Sweeney, she's fairly a new actress in comparison, and it is going to
Yeah.
take time for her to kind of get these really pivotal roles. Um, but
Yeah.
again, this one with the housemaid, it's again a very different role that she's playing in a different movie that she's playing than the one
Yeah.
I watched.
Yeah.
The one I
Uh.
watched was like was a romantic comedy,
Mm, hmm.
whereas this role she's playing now is like she's supposed to be the bad person, I think, and it's
Yes.
more of a horror slash thriller. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's and then there's the movie you're talking about where she's playing the wrestler or the boxer. That's another one,
Yes. That's another
and
one. Yeah. Yeah.
that's another thing. So we gotta give her time, I guess, to
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. She did a
not be
superhero movie.
typecasted.
She did a superhero movie with Madame Web as well. If
Yeah, but
I
that didn't go
really, yeah,
well.
yeah, that didn't go too well because of the Sony and Spider. Yeah,
No, it had
that's
nothing to do
another.
with that. The
Yeah.
movie sucked.
That
Nothing to do with
too.
that. The movie sucked.
That and it had no Spider Man. So like
Well, I don't know if it should have
yeah,
had Spider-Man. I don't know. I never watched the movie.
eh,
I
yeah.
was curious to watch it because I saw Dakota Johnson was in it, but
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
but then I heard it
She,
was bad, and I'm like, oh, forget it.
poor Dakota.
Oh,
But anyways, but yeah, and, the movie the romantic movie I was talking about is a journal for Jordan with um Michael B. Jordan, and it's actually directed by Denzel Washington.
well, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Denzel Washington's directed a few
yeah.
things.
I didn't know he was a director.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, no,
Okay.
I knew that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Go
so
ahead.
yeah, so yeah, Primate on January 9th. Greenland 2 Migration is coming out.
Mhm.
The chronology of water and people we meet on vacation, which has, yeah, that's already come out. That's on Netflix.
Mhm.
January 16th, 28 days later, The Bone Temple, Dead Man's Wire, A Private Life, and The Rip. That's also on Netflix.
Yeah.
January 23rd, Mercy,
Mhm.
Return to Silent Hill, H is for Hawk. I think I've heard of that one. And then The Big Fake, that's also on Netflix. January 28th, The Wrecking Crew, that's on Prime Video. January 30th, Send Help. Okay, can we talk about this right now? Let me say
But
the other movie and then I'll say this one. So the other movie is The Moment, and then the another one that I just skipped over. Did you hear that Melania has a movie, meaning Melania Trump?
yes, I did. I saw that. Nobody's
I'm
watching that.
freaking pissed. Are you stupid? Like, really and truly, how stupid can you be to think now is the time for you to have a movie? Why does anyone give a shit? First of all,
Nobody's. Yeah, nobody's
no,
watching that.
some,
So,
maybe MAGA.
so no, well, no, it's not. I mean, like the no, no, nobody's watching. I know.
No one's
Sorry.
watching. When I saw that, I'm like, what the hell is this? And why?
Because
Like, what's the reason for
I
this?
think she wants to feel like she is important,
You're
and
not. You're not
uh,
important. And
and
like, you're not
she's
important to, and you're the last person I think about. And I wish he was also the last person I thought about. You know what I mean? No one cares. No one
sorry.
cares.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She wants to feel important, and
Oh,
she's never talked about when she's by
no.
the president. So like
Oh, she was a
basically,
name that we never heard of until he was running for president the first time.
mm,
We
mm,
didn't know who the hell you were. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't
uh,
anything.
um,
Like,
she should
you
what she
were a
likes to do.
model that wasn't thought about in the
Yeah,
80s. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's ridiculous. This is stupid.
Um,
Like, all this
what
whole
she
movie's gonna be what about your modeling career that you had 40 years ago? Like, I
mm,
don't care.
technically the trailer did show that like basically it showed her what she does in the White House or what she
I don't care.
etc. and
No one
this and
cares.
that.
I
What
don't
she
care what.
yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't need you to do a movie telling me what you do in the White House or what you do as First Lady. We have had so many other women in your role
Mhm.
who didn't do a movie to
Yes.
what? You know what I mean? It feels like you're just trying to brag about something. Like, get the hell.
Yeah,
I'm so mad. I'm so mad
yeah.
about it.
She wants to be the one. I think she's like a little bit jealous of like Michelle Obama a little bit
Yeah,
in a
because
way.
she will never be anything like her, or really and truly any of the first ladies who came before her, because they actually did something
Hmm.
for, for the people. And I'm sorry, but like, what can she really do to prove she's done anything for the people when
I
her
mean,
husband is doing everything against the people?
I don't know. She because we haven't really seen anything. Like I haven't
No, I
really
haven't
seen
heard
anything. Like I
anything.
haven't really heard anything. I mean,
No,
she might be doing something, but like
maybe
I
she
just haven't
is,
heard it. I haven't
but
heard nothing. Like
that's the
basically,
thing
like
because the when one person is so loud and you hear everything that's going on
yeah,
with the other person, it silences the other one. I'm
yeah,
sorry, but like I doubt very much that Trump is the kind of person who would allow his wife to upstage him anyways. Yeah,
yeah,
he's not that kind of person.
yeah.
The difference between him and Obama or
Hmm.
honestly any president who's come before him, um, I don't
Did you?
think would have a huge issue with their wife potentially upstaging them once in a while,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Did you did you watch the Kamala Harris interview? It was
No, I didn't
yeah,
watch
there
it.
was a interview, and Joe Biden was kind of like the same thing.
Mm,
Like, and I understand like that's different dynamics between like she's vice president
mm.
and Joe Biden's president.
Was this a recent
I
interview she did?
hmm?
Was this a recent interview that she did?
It was an interview that she did like I feel like a few months ago,
Okay,
like 2025,
okay.
and she felt like she wasn't you know that voice, like that voice dynamic where she was basically not loud enough, and Joe Biden. She talks about it in more detail about that. Like Joe Biden was more of the bigger voice. Obviously, he's the president, but
Well, he's
like,
the president, right, right.
yeah, but like, it felt like she was a little bit silenced, a little bit. But yeah, she talks more detailed
I
into
wonder if it's like a
into.
mixture of like, not necessarily, I'm not saying necessarily that Joe Biden did anything to make her feel
Hmm.
that way.
Yeah,
I highly doubt that, but
but she felt
she probably
in
felt
that.
it as,
Yeah.
again, she's a woman,
Hmm.
and not only that, she's a woman of color. So like, it makes you wonder if like she just like was intimidated,
Hmm.
but really probably on her own accord.
Hmm.
Um, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, different scenario. She's a vice president, and he's the president.
yeah.
But
Well,
I wonder if I
look at the
wonder if
vice
that's
president
the.
now. Look at his freaking ass. We'll talk about it, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
he's pretty freaking vocal about things, and it's like
Mhm, mhm,
I watched him do a press conference about
mhm.
which we will be talking about the situation in Minnesota, and it's
Oh yeah.
like I hear him talking, and I'm just like, do you really believe the things you're saying? Like, do you really truly believe the things you're saying?
Are you talking
Because,
about JD? You talking about JD Vance?
mhm,
Yeah.
like, do you really believe it?
Mhm,
Because it's like, I don't want to talk about it yet, but it's just what happened, what had transpired in
mhm,
Minneapolis. It's just like, at the end of the day, someone lost their life. And
mhm.
I don't understand how you can actually sit here on television and tell me that she wasn't obeying a person of a law or whatever and obeying a nice officer.
Mhm,
And I'm just like,
mhm, mhm.
but someone died. Like,
Yeah.
can we talk about
Yeah.
that? Like, someone died. We will
Mhm.
talk about it. We will talk about it. But
Yeah, yeah,
let
yeah,
let me
yeah. We'll
finish the
talk about
movies.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Finish movie first. Yeah. Go
we're
ahead.
in February now, so February
Mhm.
6th.
Cool.
Dracula is coming out. Pillion, I think is how you say it.
Mhm.
Another movie called Whistle, and then The Strangers Chapter 3. That is definitely, if I'm correct here, that's the horror
Yeah, yeah.
movie, The Strangers. So that's coming on February 3rd. February 13th, Wuthering Heights, Crime 101, Goat, all in caps, like the greatest of all time. Cold Storage, Good Luck, Have
Mhm,
Fun, Don't
mhm,
Die. Wow. And Jimpa. February 20th, How to Make a Killing. And I Can Only Imagine 2. I don't know about the first one, but February 27th, I'm going to have a moment for one of the movies that I'm going to say here. Dreams is one that's coming out on February 27th.
Mhm.
Scream 7 is coming out on February 27th.
Nice.
Um, Epic, this is an Elvis Presley in concert movie, so that sounds
Mhm.
interesting. And In the Blink of an Eye, that's on Hulu. Now we're in March. March 6th, The Bride and Hoppers. March 13th, The Breadwinner and Reminders of Him. March 20th, Project Hail Mary. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour, that's what the whole thing is called. And then Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, that's coming on Netflix. March
Mm.
27th, Alpha, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. And They Will Kill
My bad,
You.
sir.
That's on March 27th.
Mm.
Now we're into April. April 3rd, The Drama and the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's coming out on April 3rd.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of my friends, most anticipated movie.
Mhm.
Um, so he's going to be watching that, and yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
April 10th, You, Me, and Tuscany. April
Mhm.
17th, Normal. Four kids walk into a bank and the mummy, like Mummy, and I have a massive smile on my face right now
Mhm, mhm,
because if
mhm,
this is actually happening, I've heard rumors that they were gonna do another mummy movie, but with like potentially the original cast. If that's actually happening,
mhm.
that's where you'll find me. April's gonna be a great month because on April 24th, Michael is coming out. I'm gonna live in a movie theater in April.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
face it.
That's gonna be one of the most
I've been waiting.
anticipated. Oh,
Yeah,
it's pretty close up there with like the Avengers is gonna do numbers, but like
like Doomsday.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So go
yeah.
ahead.
I'll be living in a movie theater in April. Just catch me there.
Mhm, mhm,
Um, April 26th, Apex, and that's coming on Netflix. Now we are in May. May
mhm,
1st.
mhm,
Everybody say this with me because this is great. This is great. The Devil Wears Prada 2. So I'll just be living in a movie theater from like the April into the beginning of May because that's gonna be so much fun. Okay. Other movies come out May 1st, Animal Farm and Hokum.
mhm.
May 8th, The Sheep Detectives and Mortal Kombat 2. May 15th,
Yeah,
Obsession
one of my
and
friends are gonna
the
watch
Mortal
that too.
Kombat one.
Yeah, too. Yeah,
And then the other movie on May 15th is Poetic License. May 22nd, Star Wars, The Mandalorian and is it Gorgu?
that's another popular
Gorgu?
movie as well. I still yet haven't. I've seen season one and two of the series, but I haven't seen three and four. And I've
Mhm.
finished it. So go ahead.
And then the other one is I Love Boosters. So now we're into June. June 5th,
Mhm,
Masters of the
mhm.
Universe and Power Ballad. June 12th, Disclosure Day and Scary Movie 6. Listen, Scary Movie 5 was no good. Now, Scary Movie 5 came out like
I
10
don't
years
know if
ago.
that's gonna do well.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I mean, there's
That's
been
a
killer
question mark.
movies that's come out, since the last one, um, that maybe this can be better. Maybe they just needed a little more time between movies to really
Mhm.
have something build up and they could have, do something. But because Scary Movie 5 was so bad. It was
This
really
might
bad.
it might be potentially be the worst movie of the year. It might be, but
It
we'll
might
see.
be.
It
We'll
might be.
see.
So
But yeah, no, Scary Movie 5 was absolutely horrendous in comparison to like the others. Um,
mm,
I mean, Scary Movie is a classic in my opinion. I think it's great. My favorite one, I think it's Scary Movie 4. I think that was my favorite one. But
mhm,
Scary Movie 5 was so bad. So
mhm,
bad. Anyway. Um June 19th, Toy Story 5. We've talked about it. That's coming. June
mhm.
26th, Supergirl.
I might.
That might be the worst movie.
No, it
You
won't.
think?
Don't. No.
Okay.
James
I
Gunn
wasn't
is
into Supergirl the show anyway, so
no,
maybe I'm
no,
just
no, no.
one with the
James Gunn
spot.
has he has control, but he's not the director or the writer of. He's the executive producer of the movie. He has control to take charge to manage that movie. So it won't be it'll be an underrated movie.
I'm
So
not so much
James
talking
Gunn
about
is
like the making of the movie that I'm talking about. I'm just meaning like
mhm.
I don't know if
All different.
I
It's
just
it's a
don't know if
different actor.
Supergirl is as I mean Supergirl the show lasted for some
Oh
time.
yeah,
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
But I think like I don't know if it's gonna be as received, like well
Mhm,
received as like Superman. And I heard
mhm.
like the last Superman movie. I haven't watched it yet, but the
Oh,
last
it's
Superman movie was
it,
fantastic.
no, it was good.
Yeah.
No,
So we'll see.
James Gunn has his hands all over it because like basically he's the one that did Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Mhm.
So for Marvel, and then he did what was the first ever DC movie that he did other than Superman? Uh shoot. It was a bunch of criminals. The
Oh, you
Suicide
mean
Squad.
what?
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, yeah.
Yeah, he did the Suicide Squad.
Like
Yeah,
the like
yeah,
first one? Like
the
the one
second
like
one,
from
the second one. He
okay.
did the second one,
Okay. I
and
never watched the second one.
it was well received as well. So like, and then he did Superman, and then he has this new TV show with like John Cena. Can't remember his name. I can't remember the villain's name.
Mhm.
But anyways, and then he has like he's not like I said he's not director or writer of the Supergirl movie. Uh, so basically, he just has hands, so he just watches over because he's like a executive producer. But yeah, this is gonna be like an underrated movie. Different actor. It's not the same Supergirl from
No, I
yeah,
could
yeah.
see that.
So this is gonna be an underrated movie. It won't. I don't think it will do as well as Superman, and it will get criticized by
Probably
the
not.
anti woke people. So like,
Yeah, no,
um,
I'm not concerned about the fact that it's like super I just know for me like
mhm.
I just never really got into Supergirl to begin with.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's yeah, it's just more about
yeah,
that for
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Um yeah, that's
yeah,
all.
yeah. I understand. Yeah. But
All right. July 1st. Minions 3. I love the Minions. So yeah, they're coming back. July
did we skip?
3rd.
Did we skip Spider Man?
Give me a minute.
Oh, okay,
We're not
Spider
there
Man's in
yet.
July. Okay,
Yeah,
my
we're not there yet.
bad.
July 3rd, Young Washington and Shiver. July 10th, Moana. July 17th, The Odyssey and Cut Off.
Odyssey, I gotta watch that one. Her Tom Holland's great. I think
Oh, he's in
Zendaya's in
Odyssey as
that.
well.
Yeah,
Well,
Zendaya's in there, isn't he?
July is a Tom Holland month for
Yeah,
sure. July
Zendaya's in
20th.
there too.
Hmm?
Is Zendaya in that movie as well, or
In
is it?
Odyssey? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Remember.
July
Well,
24th, Evil Dead Burn. And then July 31st, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
yeah, that's my
That's where we'll be.
second most anticipated movie, I guess.
hmm August. So August 7th, Super Troopers 3 and One Night Only. August 14th, Flower Vale Street and Paw Patrol, the Dino movie. So enjoy that with your children.
Paw Patrol. Wow,
hmm
in theaters?
Yeah, they're doing a Paw Patrol movie.
That's gonna be on streaming or in theaters.
I'm assuming theaters because I don't see a streaming platform beside
Interesting.
it.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be. It might do well.
It's for kids.
Yeah, it
Paw
might do
Patrol
well
is
because
very, very popular with the
yeah,
kids. So it's going to do well with
Zoo
them.
Zootopia did surprisingly great
It did?
in the box office. Yeah, it did.
Okay, good.
The second one,
Yeah,
it did 1 billion.
good. Good for that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first one.
Hmm.
And I probably won't be watching the second one because my brother is 20 something years old, so I don't need
Oh,
to go
okay.
watch that now. But
You talking about Zootopia or Paw
yeah,
Patrol?
Zootopia. No, he
Yeah,
never
yeah,
watched
yeah.
Paw Patrol was after him, after he watched
Okay,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
August 21st, Mutiny and Untitled Insidious.
Mhm.
August 28th, cliffhanger. The doc stars and Coyote versus ACME.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that one got like, Warner Bros. Sold the like it got
Yeah,
canceled, it
I
got
see it
canned,
here. Yeah.
and then someone bought the rights towards it. So
Hmm.
like that's good that the writers and the creators get paid from their creation because people were basically boycotting to get that back into theaters or wanting to get it in theaters. So yeah, cool.
Hmm.
What's up?
September 4th, How to Rob a Bank. September 11th, Clayface and Sense and Sensibility.
Mm.
September 18th, Resident Evil and Practical Magic 2. I don't know if it has the original
Practical?
cast. You know Practical Magic with
No,
Sandra Bullock and
no, never heard of
shoot,
it.
what's her name? Not coming to me right now. Um,
Never heard of it.
really? Okay,
No,
well, it's a
I
classic.
know who the actors are.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
classic. It's a classic one.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
September 25th, Charlie Harper, Forgotten Island, Ant, Avengers. This is Endgame, but I think they mean Doomsday.
No, no, no.
Um,
Endgame.
oh,
They're
Endgame.
re-releasing it.
Oh, they're re-releasing. Oh, yeah,
So
see, it's a re-release. Got it.
so here's the story.
Do we need to tell the story?
No, 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 not tell the story. But like the reason why they're doing that is to beat James Cameron Avatar.
Why? It's out now.
Yeah, because it's number so Endgame is number two in the history of like all time box office.
Okay.
James Cameron Avatar number one is number one.
It probably always will be. I don't think
No,
re-releasing it's gonna
hold
change
on.
that.
So it's only a f- like it's only in the, it's only a few million away from being number one Endgame.
Well, here's my thing. I think okay, I
It's
haven't
gonna do
seen I
no
haven't
Endgame's
seen
gonna
the
do well.
first I haven't seen the first Avatar,
Yeah.
but I have seen the second one. We're actually planning to see the third one soon.
Hmm.
It's such a interesting concept and it's such a beautiful movie
Yes.
that I'm not trying to knock Endgame. I obviously love
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Endgame.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
And Endgame, I mean, listen, that scene when like I call it the veil kind of just comes
Yeah.
down and we see everybody. That is freaking cinematic magic, let me tell you. But do I think it's gonna make a difference?
Yes.
You may say
People
yes. I disagree because
people
I don't see how I mean, I know
oh,
people will go and see a movie re-released in theater.
yeah,
Obviously, I know people
yeah.
do that, but I just don't see the same magnitude of people going and doing that for a
They're
movie that we've already seen in theaters. It's not cheap to go to the theaters these days. And with like, I'm sorry to bring this part into it, but with the cost of living and stuff like that, I just don't see that making a huge difference in this day and age. Because I personally, I'm not going to go, even if it's like a movie that I love, which this is one of them. I'm not going to waste my money to go see a movie I already saw in theaters. I'm just not. And
see,
that's me.
yeah,
I know some people obviously don't care about that and will go, but I
yeah.
just don't know if it's going to be at the same magnitude as it was then, just so they can beat a movie that's had that top spot since the early 2000s. I just don't see
Well,
that. I just don't see that happening.
okay. So
But if
one,
it does, it does.
it. So one, the Russo brothers been wanting that spot for a whole while, for the right time. They've been waiting for the right time for that whole. They had the number one spot, and then Avatar. I think James Cameron re-released Avatar again, and they
I
took
don't
that
remember if
spot.
he did or not.
He did. He did. He did. He took that
Okay.
spot. It was around because one, the first Avatar took so long to. The second Avatar took so long to release
Yeah.
from the first one,
Yeah.
so they
But
re-released the.
I wonder if they weren't even going to do because for me, when I saw that they did the second movie, I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't in the Avatar world when the
Mhm,
first movie came out, but
yeah.
um, I just wonder if they weren't planning necessarily to do a second one
Mhm.
until closer to when they did the second one. So in that case, that's what I'm trying to say. In that case, re-releasing a movie and that day and age after that long, if it was like closer to when the second one came out,
Yeah,
that makes sense. I get why they did that.
and
Endgame, it hasn't been that long.
yeah, but
So I
hold
just
on,
don't
James.
know if it's gonna have the same effect as it would
But
for Avatar.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
When
James
also,
Cameron,
I have to ask this question before you finish. Did
yeah,
they re-release it in 3D? Avatar?
I think so. I don't.
See, that's the
I,
difference as well. Because if
but
I'm sure like 3D again back when the first movie came out,
mhm.
it's very different than it is today. I'm just saying that I think it's going to be a different it would have been a different experience re-releasing Avatar, the first
Uh-huh.
one.
Okay,
With the new 3D technology
yeah,
that Endgame has had already.
hmm,
I don't think 3D technology has changed drastically from when Endgame came out to when they're planning to re-release it.
hmm.
So my question is then, what is the draw for someone like me who has seen Endgame in theater? What's the draw for me to go to see that again? And
Well,
personally, I don't see it.
so the hype, well, like the hype for Avengers Doomsday is
Yeah, but
closer to that
my
day.
hype for Doomsday is my hype for
I understand.
Doomsday. It's not my hype for Endgame. I already saw Endgame.
I
The hype isn't there
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
in the same way.
Some people have, you know, and I think a lot has to do with like, Marvel as well. Like some Marvel fans have gave up on Marvel because of you know,
The
the
changes,
yeah,
not gonna
phase
lie,
4,
I'm
phase
probably one of
5,
them.
certain
Yeah.
like
The
and
only
a
one
lot has to
I'm still dedicated
yeah,
to is Spider-Man.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Hold on. A lot has to do with basically director changes with a lot of these
Hmm.
films and series between phase 4 and phase 5,
Hmm.
directors, direction, etc. Kevin
Hmm.
Feige not too much all over these projects like he used to when it was phase 1 and phase 3, which is understandable because he's just one person. And I wonder if it's just his team. A lot of his team is just like slacking off and etc.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of Marvel fans have like give up. So this is their chance to just relive that time frame, like Endgame again, right? And to bring it back when they saw, you know, that relive that experience again.
But
So
my question
that's
is,
their chance.
why,
Uh,
why, why Endgame and then not like Infinity War? Or why not both of them? Like, why is it then an only Endgame? Because the thing is, it's like both Infinity War and Endgame were like these they marry together, you know what I mean? So why only one and not the other? Or why not both? Because again, like for me, the hype of it is like, okay, so then I'm gonna go watch Infinity War by myself, then go watch Endgame, a movie that I already saw in theaters, and then go do that again at a time where going
it's
to the movies is not a cheap venture,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah, yeah,
Going to the movie, you're easily spending about $100
yeah.
if there's, multiple people you're paying for or whatever. It's not cheap. So
Mm-mm,
it's like, why would I go put, 50,
mhm.
60 to $100 into the movie that I've
It's
already seen and I've already
one
experienced that with in the theaters? I'm not saying that I wouldn't watch the movie again. Of course not. I would watch the movie again. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to go to a theater and watch it again. I'm just not
one
going to do that.
yeah, one word, experience.
But I've already
Experience.
experienced.
I understand, but you gotta
That's what I'm trying to
understand.
say. I've already experienced.
Listen, it's a Marvel thing. A
I'm not
Marvel,
debating that. I'm just trying to say
but like
I'm not even
you
making
gotta
it about
realize
just Marvel.
Marvel fans will watch it, and
Okay, but when I
it's leading to Doomsday, and that's why it's a child. It's a sequel to Doomsday. That's why,
no, I
right?
understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not debating that people are going to watch a movie
Hmm, hmm.
prior to seeing the next movie.
Yeah, yeah,
I've done that. I did
yeah.
that with Twilight. I did that with Harry Potter. I did
Hmm,
that,
hmm.
but I didn't go to a theater at that, and watch it again in theaters. Listen, I even now,
Hmm.
they re-release Twilight, for example, in theaters.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go spend money to go see Twilight in theaters. I'm just not gonna do it.
Hey, it's not
Because
it's
but
you.
but
It's
that's what I'm but
that's you though.
and I'm not that was the first thing I said. That is
Yeah,
me. That is
yeah,
my
yeah.
choice. But what I'm trying to say is if their reasoning for doing this
Hmm.
is just so they can get top spot
That
over
too. Yeah,
um Avatar,
yeah.
I just don't know if that's a realistic thing in today's day and age.
I
That's
think it was.
all I'm saying.
Mhm,
Because re-releasing movies back in the day when going to the movies was cheap
mhm.
makes sense. Now it's so freaking expensive.
See,
I'd rather take that money because
yeah,
listen, back in the day, you could go to the movies, not necessarily worry about breaking the bank.
I
Now going to the movies, I have to budget it.
I
I'd rather
understand that.
budget my money to go see the new movie.
See, I see. Here's what I'm thinking. They're trying to do as well. They're trying to get people to get back into the theaters, and this is their way of doing it as well. Not just
I
like
think they need to have a little bit more of a more creative way of doing it. The reason people
and
aren't
that's
going
and
to the
that's and that,
theaters,
and that's the best way they can do it. Just
I don't know. I think
set that up to
re-releasing
do.
movies or recycling older movies and making a new one again, it's lazy.
Hey,
And I'm not the only
hey,
one who
hey,
thinks that way. It's lazy.
Titanic did well. Titanic did well 10 years later after it released,
I
re-released on in
understand that,
theaters.
but it's lazy. But again, 10 years
I
later,
think it's
let me finish this.
go ahead.
10 years later, after Titanic released and it does well again. But that was a different time because nowadays, what they
Mhm.
do nowadays isn't what they were doing 10 years after Titanic came out, where they were recycling these older ideas and doing it again. Like you have like, no offense to Eddie Murphy, I think he's obviously fantastic, but it's like he's making money off of recycling old ideas.
I think
It's
that's different.
smart, but it's also lazy at the same time.
I don't.
Because
I think.
but I am not the only one who thinks that way. I want to see original ideas.
Mhm.
I want to see a movie where I'm like, yeah, I want to see that movie. That
But
doesn't happen as often anymore, I find.
but
Because like even like me and my mom trying to find a movie to watch over the break, it's like there's nothing that's seems interesting anymore. And
mm,
I'm literally
uh,
thinking back on it, I'm like, because there's nothing that's come out that's interesting. It never used to be that way. Me and my mom would rent movies all the time. If we didn't go to the theater necessarily, we'd rent a movie all the time. And we would have things that we were interested in seeing. It's just not like that anymore. So that's the reason why people aren't going to the theaters because there's
mhm.
just nothing that interesting anymore. Now, obviously, Doomsday, that's a different thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
anticipated.
yeah. Oh,
That's gonna be fun to see,
you're talking about movies in
right?
general. Okay, I
Just
see.
movies in
Yeah,
general. No, not
yeah,
just
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Just movies in general.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's just not interesting anymore. It's not fun. Because it's like some of these movies are dumb. And it's
Yeah.
like I
I
want
mean,
something that's gonna be at least worth watching.
well,
And then on
yeah.
top of that, for me to go to a theater, the movie has to be freaking fantastic. Like I need to see this in theaters. Otherwise, I'm not going,
Yeah,
right?
I understand that 100%, right? There's not a lot of great, we just have like sequels and
Yeah, I want
franchises
something that's gonna be
re-released.
fun to watch,
The thing
you know?
is, di like Disney and Paramount, etc. A lot of companies have been doing that, and nobody goes to those types of
Yeah,
movies.
I hear that as well.
There was a movie with that was it DreamWorks or that did and they did a animation based on a Mexican kid.
Coco?
Uh yes, nobody went to that.
Really?
Yeah, nobody
I love
like
Coco.
it didn't do
But
too
also,
well.
wait a minute, didn't Coco come out around the time
Not
of
Coco. It starts with an E. what L something like that.
Are you
What's it?
talking not Enchanto? You thinking Enchanto? Is
No,
that what it's
hold on.
called? Encanto? Is it Encanto? I don't think I'm saying it wrong. Um, I might be saying it wrong because you're saying Mexican and E. It's probably
Yeah,
Encanto.
wait, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
see.
Encanto. Is that what you're
It's
talking about?
not that movie in 2021.
So which one
Isn't
are
it
we
El
talking about?
Dorado? No, hold on. Give me a second. It came out. It was an animation that was created by DreamWorks, but I just can't remember what
Oh,
it.
it's a DreamWorks
What's
one. Okay, no,
yeah,
Encanto is Pixar.
is it
Um,
Pixar? It was a Pixar or DreamWorks Pixar
no, because
movies.
it was definitely would have had to have been Pixar because it's Disney. Um,
I'm saying, hold on.
oh, Ilio.
That's the movie. Yes,
Ilio.
that didn't do
Oh,
too well.
okay.
That was an original IP. Didn't do too well.
Um,
There's a lot of original IPs, that didn't
but
do too
again,
well.
it's I saw the commercial for Ilio, and I think DreamWorks. Yeah, I think with that one, it had a very similar feel to like
Hmm.
Coco
Hmm.
and Canto, and it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like those movies already happened,
Hmm.
and they did really well. And they
Hmm.
were both very separate. They were both very different stories, both
Hmm.
Coco and Canto,
Yeah,
both really well. Like
yeah.
I watched both of them; they were so good.
Uh-huh.
And I saw Ilio come out, and I'm just like, this feels like a movie that has already happened. So the thing is, it's like with DreamWorks, they need to kind of have something that is so good and original. Like, example like Shrek. Shrek was original. There's nothing like it. And that's DreamWorks. And if they're going to do something animated like that, they need to do something that is going to be as good as that, but it hasn't already been done.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Ilio.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, although I understand, like, yes, people were not going to go see that and, they do something original, it doesn't work out. That's a different
Yeah.
situation because it was so similar to movies that had already been done.
See, yeah, and that's the thing. Like people don't like want to spend too much money and take that risk on original IPs that are not going to become events. Like you see a lot of sequels are making more money in the box office than original IPs because it's a safer risk because they know that that friend or that sequel is going to be good, at times. So like basically, uh, it's a safer bet. Like Doomsday, they know it's going to be good because of the Russo brothers have a great track record. They did Civil War, they did Infinity War, they did also Endgame. So that's going to do well, and of course the Toy Story franchise as well. People know that's it's going to do. Uh, People love Toy Story.
Yeah, but I also think
Every
with
single
Toy Story,
yeah.
it's very different with Marvel because Marvel is a completely different beast. But I do think with like Toy Story,
Mhm. It's
yes, people love Toy Story,
mhm.
me included, but
Yeah.
it is gonna run its course.
Go ahead.
Um, so now we're in October, so October 1st, Terrifier for October 2nd, Digger and Verity, October 9th, The Legend of, I think it's Aang, The Last
Mhm.
Airbender. Um,
Yes.
The
Is that
Social,
is that a Netflix?
no, doesn't say
That
that.
okay, go ahead.
Um, The Social Reckoning,
Oh, I thought it was
um,
Social Network too.
oh, that's right, yeah. And Other Mommy. October 16th, Street Fighter and Whale Fall.
Uh, Curtis Jackson's in that movie.
Who?
50 Cent.
Oh, October 23rd, Remain. Then November 6th, The Cat in the Hat. It looks like it's an animated movie.
Yeah.
And Jimmy. November 13th, Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol. November 20th, The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping, another one. Okay. November
Mhm.
25th, Fucker in Law. Oh, okay. It might be dumb, but Whatever. I'll watch it
Yeah.
at least once. November 26th, Narnia. IMAX engagement ahead of Netflix release. Okay, well, okay.
Mm.
December 4th, Violent Night 2. December 11th, I've heard about this one. Jumanji 3. It's the final one.
Oh God.
Don't remember if
Why?
I watched the second one.
Yeah, I
I
did
watched the
watch.
first one. I liked it. But I
I
don't
didn't
remember if I
like
watched the
that.
second one.
I didn't like the second. The first one was I.
Yeah.
Second one,
But did they
uh,
have Nick Jonas in the first one or was that the second one?
I think it was. I think it was him.
I
But I
can't
know it
remember
was
when Nick
Kevin.
Jonas was there. But anyways, I don't remember if
Uh,
it's the second one. But they're doing a third one. It's the final
eh,
one.
not
Um,
watching.
I don't know. We'll see. December 18th, Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah. Did you see the trailers
And
for that one?
no, if it's coming out December 18th, there's not gonna be trailers yet. Um,
Oh no, there's trailers. There's teasers. Sorry, my bad.
okay, well that's
There's
all we're gonna be getting
yeah,
for a bit.
there's like four teasers. Yeah,
Yeah, that's all we're
finalists.
gonna be getting for a bit.
Yeah,
That's far away out.
yeah.
And
When
then Dune Part 3, December 23rd, The Angry Birds movie
that
3. I don't know there
you
was even
watching
a
that?
second one. No, I didn't watch the first one.
Zendaya's in that. Yeah, what is Zendaya? Zendaya's in there.
I don't care. I no, I don't care. I'm not watching
Not
Angry Birds.
supporting, not supporting a black woman.
She's not physically in it.
I'm just supporting playing. Yeah, she
December
is.
20.
She's a character.
Okay, but she's not physically. Okay, whatever. I'm not watching Angry Birds. Forget that. December 25th, Werewolf, spelled differently, but that's what is coming
Werewolf.
in
Werewolf.
2026.
Uh, I never heard. Okay.
And
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. My top three anticipated movies: Doomsday, Spider-Man, and let me just check the third one. The Odyssey. The Odyssey. I would say the third one. So Odyssey. I do have a lot more, but I just took the top three of that. So that's it.
okay. All right. So the next topic. This is an interesting one. This is one that I think dropped, I think just, yeah, this January 2nd, 2026. People doing stupid things. So Drake. He's been accused of RICO gambling and stream boosting
Oh
scheme.
yeah.
So here's what the article
Yeah.
has to say. Drake has been accused of participating in a racketeering conspiracy built around the online casino Stake. A class action lawsuit filed in Virginia argues that Stake is running an illegal gambling operation in the United States in which Drake, who is paid to promote the platform, is complicit. It further alleges that he is funneling proceeds via Stake's unregulated tipping system to a third party in Australia to invest in bot farms that illegally boost Drake's streaming numbers.
Mm.
Stake's parent company, Sweepstakes Limited, is named as a defendant alongside Drake, the streamer I think it's Adin Ross, and George Wen.
Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross, okay.
Uh,
And George
yeah.
Wen, the alleged Australian co-conspirator. The
You
basis
would
of the
hate it.
lawsuit is that Stake operates in U.S. states such as Virginia that have outlawed real money online gambling. Eyeing a possibility and highly contentious legal loophole, Stake circumvents the online gambling ban by selling play money that comes with free tokens. While the play money is worthless, the tokens can be wagered and later converted into cash for withdrawal. If a
Mm.
judge deems the practice to be illegal, Drake and Ross could be liable for promoting stake.us, even if their own areas of residence permit online gambling. Um, so
So
yeah,
yeah, you would not like Aiden Ross at all. You
I've
would
heard
hate
of
him.
the name, but I don't know much
You
about it.
would hate. I've been. I watch YouTube every single day.
Oh,
I'm
okay. Yeah,
I'm on it.
that's,
So like
yeah.
basically, yeah, he is a racist piece
No, that's
of
nice.
garbage.
That's nice. And Drake
He
is associated with this person?
yeah,
That's interesting.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So he's one of those types of people. Like he says the N word, and then
Hmm. Okay.
another thing is that he's around. Aiden Ross is around like garbage people like that beat women. He
Oh, great.
recently talked about you know the girl that did the song with Will Smith? Can't remember her name. Did do it Dudge? Is it Dochi or
Doja Cat?
not Doji Cat? The song she did with Will Smith. Uh, the mental health song that was on fire the whole entire last summer.
I don't know. I didn't even know Will Smith had a song that came out last year, to be totally honest with you.
Oh, oh, God.
We're gonna be talking about Will
Um,
Smith soon too.
it's Will Smith. I heard about that situation too. But
Yeah,
like
we're talking about that after.
yeah, but this it was pretty popular song in the summer, and it
Nah, I
was
don't know.
about it was about some it's my anxiety. There it is. That's the song.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, he was basically talking reckless about that hip hop artist
yeah.
in a bad
Really
way.
funny
Yes.
because didn't he not use that song in one of his TikToks? Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
That's
So like
freaking
basically,
ridiculous.
yeah. So
Will Smith is on my
basically,
shit list now. Damn it.
yeah. So yeah, he was calling her like she stinks, this and that.
Uh,
She's a bitch. Basically, because she
oh,
did a video. She went she there was a video or a clip when she was on a award show when she was calling for an umbrella. Did you see? Did you see
no.
that one? Okay, because she was I don't know what happened. I don't know if she had she had anxiety or whatever, but she was calling for an umbrella and she was like in a I don't know, like it was like in a she was like in a squared moving thing. I can't remember. And she was requesting uh umbrellas from uh the people and she was just acting mean or whatever. And Aiden Ross took that video and just basically called her a piece of shit, did this and that, said all these racist stuff, called her an N-word, etc., all that stuff. And then she made a song subliminalized like a lot of these streamers. And then basically Aiden Ross took it. It was a diss to him. So he kept calling her names. And then like there was like other YouTubers who were just calling him out. And then there's like, yeah, basically he folded and then he just caught security wherever everywhere he went because a lot of people were defending her on YouTube. So that's the situation there. So
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
um,
yeah. But yeah, Drake is another thing too. Like I've been watching him with the stake. Stake is an illegal gambling site.
mhm.
It's insane. So like yeah, he shouldn't be. I was so shocked that he was live streaming with like people like Aiden because I feel like Drake is great. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So, as we mentioned, Will Smith. So let's talk
Mhm.
about that real quick.
Yeah.
So, a musician is suing Will Smith and his company for sexual harassment, alleging wrongful termination and retaliation. Professional violinist Brian King Joseph filed a complaint at the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, on Tuesday, December 30th, against the Bad Boys star, who's 57 apparently, and Trey Ball Studios Management Inc. The
Mm,
complaint claims that Smith, quote, was deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further sexual exploitation after
mhm,
inviting Joseph to join his global tour based on a true story, 2025, in November of 2024. It details an alleged traumatic series of events in March 2025 amid Smith's tour, in which Joseph
mhm,
claims that he discovered that someone had entered his Las Vegas hotel room with no signs of forced entry. Evidence of a sexual threat of violence allegedly included a handwritten note reading, quote, Brian, I'll be back. Just
mhm,
us.
mhm,
With a drawn heart and signed Stone F, as well as wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with another individual's name. This feels very ditty. An earring and
mhm,
hospital just discharge paperwork belonging to a person unbeknownst to Joseph.
Mhm.
Joseph alleges he feared that an unknown individual would soon return to his room to engage in sexual acts with him, according to the complaint. Mr. Joseph's allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless. Alan B. Grodsky, an attorney for Smith, told People in a statement on January 1st. They are categorically denied, and we will use all legal means available to address these claims and to ensure that the truth is brought to light. Following Joseph reporting the incident to hotel staff, a local non emergency police line, and Smith's management team, the complaint alleges a member of the tour management team later shamed Joseph and told him he was being terminated. Another violinist allegedly was hired to assume the same position on the tour per the complaint.
It's
The incident caused Joseph severe emotional distress, economic loss, reputational harm, and other damages, including PTSD and other mental illness as a result of the termination, reads the complaint. Um, so a little bit
yeah.
about Joseph. So Joseph, he's a Washington, D.C. native. He competed on America's Got Talent season 13 in 2018, placing as a top three finalist. In December 2024, the musician posted a video of him playing violin on stage to Instagram, including in his caption that it was the first night of his touring with Smith. The new complaint follows a $3 million lawsuit filed December 1st from former associate Bilal Salam, aka Brother Bilal, against the Oscar winner's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, claiming she verbally threatened him. The husband and wife duo are really mad and say it's a lot of crap. An entertainment source told People, calling Salam an opportunistic person out to exploit them. So that's interesting that they both have something kind of going on. But here's the thing that I'll say. I don't want to say I don't believe that this happened. My question is though, he's saying they're saying that he's suing Will Smith for sexual harassment. Where's the proof that he was the one who potentially entered his room?
Um, I heard.
That's my
I
only
heard.
thing.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of this. I don't know too much about it. There's been rumors that Will Smith and I don't know.
I'm
I
sorry,
heard it.
what? There's a
Diddy.
Smith and Diddy connection?
Yeah, yeah. There's a Smith
Okay,
and Diddy,
well,
but that's a rumor. Rumor, guys. A rumor.
everything's a rumor until it's proven
So
true, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
yeah, and I heard it from Tasha King. Tasha King is basically this rumor, this gossip tea channel. So like,
got it.
I stay. Yeah, no. So
Got it. I mean, I haven't
yeah,
heard much about Will Smith's connection with Diddy at all.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. No, I haven't heard that much, but
I haven't heard anything about
there was
that, but
something on.
again, it wouldn't be crazy, you know, if he could have potentially attended any of his white parties or anything like that. Like, anything's possible that he could have at least been around Diddy, but again, that's very different than him attending a party versus him doing everything else
Mm-hmm.
alongside with Diddy. Like, you know, yeah, it's something we may never really know the full
Right,
extent. So,
right.
um, okay. Well, I guess we'll see kind of what happens with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everyone. So I'm coming up with some more articles for you, just me. So here we go. So, U.S. President Donald Trump became the first sitting president in nearly a half a century at a regular season NFL game, attending the Washington Commanders' 44-22 loss to the visiting Detroit Lions on, well, when was this? This article came out on November 9th. So this was a little bit ago. There were loud boos, love it, from some spectators in the stands when Trump was shown on the video board late in the first half, standing in a suite with House Speaker Mike Johnson, and again when the president was introduced by the stadium announcer at halftime. This is amazing. The jeering continued while Trump read an oath for members of the military to recite as part of an old field enlistment ceremony during the break in the game. Quote, I'm a little bit late. I know it's a horrible Trump but who cares? Trump told reporters earlier that he got off Air Force One after landing at Joint Base Andrews following a flyover of Northwest Stadium during the game. He then got to his armored car for the drive to the arena. We're going to have a good game. Things are going to go very well, very well. The country's doing well. The Democrats have to open it up. I don't know what the hell that means. A reference to the government shutdown. In the first quarter, before the president arrived, I'm not talking football. Quote, I heard Trump was going to be at the game, St. Brown said afterward. I don't know how many times the president's going to be at the game, so I just decided to have some fun. Lions coach Dan Campbell said he was too consumed by the game itself to notice that Trump had arrived. But that's cool. You're talking about the president of the United States. That's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. We're talking about Trump. But anyways, his team quarterback Jared Goff was intrigued with seeing Trump's plane fly solo over the stadium. He said awesome that he was here, but sure. During the third quarter, Trump joined Fox broadcasters Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma for about 8 minutes of lighthearted chat. Albert opened by asking Trump about his time playing high school football at New York Military Academy. Quote, I played tight end, but it was not quite football like this. It was a little bit easier. It wasn't so tough. Ugh. He left before the game ended. So this was actually the first time the president has been booed since Jimmy Carter. And here's the reason, like here's what happened to Jimmy Carter. Only 2 other times did a president go to an NFL game during the regular season while in office, according to the league. Actually, there was 2 people. I think only Jimmy Carter got booed. Richard Nixon in 1969 and then Jimmy Carter in 1978. Trump became the first president at a Super Bowl while residing in the White House. When he watched the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas, I don't care. According to a report by ESPN, an intermediary for the White House was sold the Commanders ownership group that Trump wants the club's new stadium part of a nearly $4 billion project in the nation's capital. I don't care about that. Just going through the article here. Anywho's, that's basically it for that article. It was just a little fun one showing that he sucks. We know this already. Anywho's, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so another article here. This is kind of a continuation on one that we did, I believe, in November bonus episode. So a whole lot more can now be added to your recycling bin, which started on January 1st. So this is in Canada, obviously. Rules about what can go into your blue bin have expanded. More items have been added to the list of things that can be recycled, as the province's Blue Box program has completely shifted financial responsibility to producers. So starting, like I said, January 1st, you can still recycle the same items as before. But things like food bags and wrappers have been added to the list, such as bread bags, produce bags, frozen food wrappers, snack wrappers, cereal box liners, milk bags, and drink pouches. Large plastic bags are on the new list, as well as coffee packaging, such as coffee bags, takeout coffee cups and lids, and empty and rinsed coffee pods. Toothpaste tubes can now be recycled. The same goes for floss containers and deodorant tubes. Your single-use food items like takeout containers and cutlery, cups, lids, and straws can now go into the blue box, as well as blister packs like the ones used for pills or small electronics. Paper laminates like ice cream cartons can be recycled, along with styrofoam cups, trays, egg cartons, and packing peanuts. Things like hardcover books, glass from windows or cups, and plastic toys cannot be recycled, and you're advised to return all alcoholic beverage containers to participating retailers. So I'm sure you can kind of go onto because I was talking about Guelph here, but you can go to your area and just kind of get a full list of what can be recycled. I believe there is an app. Let me bring the app up because I have the app on my phone. Well, there might be one for your region, but like, for example, Durham region has an app where you can kind of go in and look at those type of things, like, and see, like, for example, like, when your days are for garbage collection, all that kinda thing. So if you have, like, one, for example, like, for Peel region or Halton region, maybe or Toronto, you might be able to have that just for Ontario, obviously, but, I don't know if this is I think this is only province-wide. I don't think this is federal. But anyways, that is that article. We're gonna do one more for me here, and this was a little bit of an interesting one. So again, we did talk about this, um, the Blue Origin, peoples, in one of our bonus episodes as well. That would have been back in, like, September, potentially. But this is a little bit of like uh, not update necessarily, but kind of an interesting article that I wanted to read. So, a Vietnamese American astronaut has opened up about her depression after she received a tsunami of harassment following the world's first all female space trip earlier in 2025. Amanda Wen, a 34-year-old scientist and civil rights activist, was part of the 11-minute Blue Origin space flight, which also included pop star Katy Perry and Bezos' wife Lauren Sanchez among its crew. The much derided flight was criticized, as we know, by some for its expense and environmental impact. Speaking about the experience, Miss Wen, who became the first Vietnamese woman to go to space, said the backlash saw her dreams buried under an avalanche of misogyny. In a statement posted on Instagram, Miss Wen said that when fellow crew member Gail King, a U.S. news anchor, called to check in on her in the days following the flight, quote, I told her my depression might last for years. She described the news coverage and social media reaction that followed the trip as an onslaught no human brain has evolved to endure. Quote, I did not leave Texas for a week, unable to get out of bed. A month later, when a senior staff at Blue Origin called me, I had to hang up on him because I could not speak through my tears. Miss Wen, who has worked as a scientist researching women's health and conducted numerous experiments during the Blue Origin flight, said everything she had worked for as a scientist, my women's health research, the years I had trained for this moment, the experiments I operated in space, the history that has been made as a Vietnamese woman astronaut on the 50th anniversary of the U.S. Vietnam War, as a child of boat refugees, the promise I kept to my survivor self was buried under an avalanche of misogyny. Miss Wen is not recognized for her work protecting the civil rights of sexual assault survivors. She put her own ambition to put her own ambition to become an astronaut and hold on a whole astronaut on hold after being raped. Yikes! While at university and pursuing a years-long campaign for justice, she told The Guardian in an interview. 8 months on from realizing her dream, she said the fog of grief has started to lift, and thanked those who have followed her and sent her good wishes. She added that despite the backlash, there has been an overwhelmingly good that has come out of the flight. Listening to media attention brought to her women's health research and opportunities to meet world leaders in relation to her advocacy work. The Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket lifted off from its Texas launch site in April and took the 6-women crew on an 11-minute flight, which crossed the internationally recognized boundary of space. The crew also included aerospace engineer Aisha Bowe and film producer Carrie Ann Flynn. The New Shepard rocket does not require human operation and is fully automated. Blue Origin is a private space company founded in 2000 by Jeff Bezos, the billionaire entrepreneur who also started Amazon. So I read this mainly to kind of show the different sides of things. Although, and we talked about it, I think it was tone deaf of certain people who were on that flight. Flight? Launch? Launch. I think it was tone deaf of certain people. I think it was tone deaf to have celebrities at all involved in something like this. I think it's tone deaf to have your wife be a part of this. I think the whole thing was tone deaf. However, I think a person like Miss Wen, who has worked hard for something like this, and has worked hard for women in general. A woman like her deserved to be up there. People like her deserved to be up there. And I don't believe an onslaught of anything should have been directed at someone like her. Is it maybe a great idea that she was involved in anything having to do with Jeff Bezos and this company? Maybe not. But let's be real. I think if NASA came knocking on her door, she would have left Jeff Bezos' company in a heartbeat. I think anyone would have. But this is what she had. And this is what she had, and I don't blame her in that. And also to what she has done outside of being a scientist, um, an astronaut. I think she sounds like an incredible person. So I wanted to kind of shed the light on that as well. Anyways, that's it for me on this article. It's it for now. We'll either go back to me and Mikel or do another article with me and him, or we will um close it out. That's it for now. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of some changes and laws and stuff like that and here in good old Canada, in particular
Yeah.
Ontario. But new carbon monoxide requirements have taken effect as of January 1st. So this is requiring many Ontario homeowners to install additional CO alarms to better protect their families. So under the updated regulations, any home with fuel burning appliances, including furnaces, water heaters, stoves, dryers, or fireplaces, must have carbon monoxide alarms installed on every level of the home and outside all sleeping areas. We already do that. Um,
Mm,
Even homes that already have a CO detector may need to add more to meet the new standard. Deputy Fire Marshal John Macbeth says the changes were made in response to a growing number of incidents across the province, saying, quote, "The changes came about in order to protect Ontarians as best as we can. We've seen
mm,
numbers increase year over year. This is a gas you can't smell, taste, or see. The Office of the Fire Marshal reports more than 65% of carbon monoxide incidents and related deaths happen inside the home. Officials stress the new requirements apply to both new builds and existing residences. Macbeth says compliance is critical. At the end of the day, if you don't have a carbon monoxide alarm on every story, you're going to have to go out there and protect yourself. Fire departments also warn the risk increases during the winter season. The Barrie Fire Department says carbon monoxide calls typically rise as temperatures drop. Quote, mainly I think it's because of the buildup of snow and we're not getting proper ventilation.
mm,
Said by Kate Foster with Barrie Fire. We're using our fireplaces to produce. Maybe they haven't been serviced by a qualified technician. Things
mhm.
will back up into our home and we want to be extra safe. Fire experts remind residents that carbon monoxide is undetectable without an alarm, making CO detectors the only reliable way to know when dangerous levels are
Mm,
present. Yep. And that's the thing is you can't smell it, you can't taste it,
mhm.
and the only way you know it's in your house, it's usually too late. So,
Right. Right.
so that's that. We
So
have some. Oh, go ahead.
there is a upcoming. Well, I just saw this. So there is a upcoming thing. I don't know if you heard about this. So do you know about like Twitter's AI thing?
Is that the grok thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So UK, Canada, and Australia are reportedly in talks about potentially banning Twitter slash S
Oh,
over Grok's AI generation.
oh,
There's
what's going on
been
with grok?
yes. So I think it was like a couple months ago or a month ago, when they released this new feature where where
Yeah,
Grok
it's been
can
a few months.
it's been a few months.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started seeing grok kind of popping up like I don't know, maybe
Oh no, I
sometime in
mean
the
like
summer?
yeah, golf's been around for a few months, but
Yeah.
but there's been new features added to it.
Right, there was new features that were added,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. So like the image generation. So like they added a feature uh where you can remove certain things. So like you can post a picture and you can request Rock to remove certain things
Okay.
off that picture. So say if like Obama and Michael Jordan were in one picture, and somebody requested remove the best uh uh person, blah blah blah, etc. like that. They remove like just say Obama or whatever, right? So like I leave Michael Jordan on there. So now uh there are incels and gooners, as we call it on the internet, doing that to women,
Oh,
moving
okay,
their
well,
and then
this is
there's
why you don't get
also
laid.
yes,
Jesus.
but unconsently, like unconsent. And there's a lot of women, and then there's also I'm going to say this like kids as well. There's a lot of little gooners that are doing that to pictures of so like certain leaders from each country have caught in this and heard about it, and that's the reason why the UK, Canada, Australia are looking to send a message to Elon Musk to do something about it, or you know,
You're banning it.
yes.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
crazy stuff. Like yeah, it's like I
and those
seen
are huge markets.
huh
Those are huge, like, Canada, UK, and Australia. Like, you don't
yeah
think about it, but, like, Australia, yes, they're a small country, but huge population. And, you know, that's gonna be pretty big. Like, if all
yeah
of these, like, these countries are gonna
yeah
get rid of it, and, like, the UK, that's not just one country, that's 4 countries,
hmm
right? So we're talking, all in all, 6 countries threatening
hmm
to ban Twitter.
yeah
So,
because of
yeah,
that feature
it's a
that
lot.
yeah because like that's in that's insane. I couldn't believe that a lot of like incels are just like removing like people's clothes like that, like
Mm,
requesting Grok to remove the clothes, and then they put them in like put women in like like say a woman has a Lululemon and then pans in the picture, and then basically they request Grok to remove it and replace it with Victoria's Secret panties. So
so sick.
unconsently. So
So sick.
so basically that's what people are doing, and then the countries it got popular over you know sorry, not popular, viral. So a lot of probably the country leaders got a wind of this, and basically they're basically UK, Canada, Australia is just looking to send a message to Elon Musk. Hopefully Elon Musk looks into this. So yeah,
No, hopefully he cares enough to do it.
yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
so new laws and
Mhm,
regulations have
mhm,
taken effect in uh 2026.
mhm.
So this is all of Canada, not just Ontario. So
Eh,
um so here's what we have. So new citizenship rules for lost Canadians. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure this will tell me. So at least 115,000 so-called lost Canadians who were born outside the country could be eligible for citizenship under new rules that are expected to go into effect in 2026. Changes introduced under Bill C-3, which received royal assent in November, will allow Canadian parents who were born abroad to pass on citizenship to children who were also born or adopted abroad. Such parents must pass a substantial connection test and prove they spent at least 3 years in Canada before their child's birth or adoption. The Lost Canadians Bill aims to undo citizenship law changes made by the federal Conservatives in 2009 that were later deemed unconstitutional by the Ontario Superior Court. New immigration cuts and caps. Canada's latest immigration levels plan features significant cuts to the number of new permanent residents, international students, temporary foreign workers, and refugees that will be admitted into the country. Announced in November, the 2026 to 2028 immigration levels plan includes a new cap of 380,000 new permanent residents in 2026, which is a slight drop from the 395,000 accepted in 2025, and a major shift from 2024 when more than 483,000 were welcomed. The number of new temporary workers is also being capped at 230,000, down significantly from the target of 367,750 in 2025. The target was for refugees, protected persons, and those admitted on humanitarian grounds is set at 56,200 people in 2026, which is down nearly 12,000 from an earlier target. The largest cuts are being made to international student admissions. Canada plans to issue only 155,000 new student visas in 2026
Uh,
and 150,000 in both 2027 and 2028.
wasn't this all in the budget, or is
I
this an
don't
entire?
remember, potentially, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, this is just now they're saying this is
hmm
reality.
hmm Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's down significantly from previous caps of 360,000 in 2024
Mm,
and 437,000 in 2025.
mm,
Canada Strong Pass returns.
yeah. Yeah.
So the Canada Strong Pass returns from December 12th, 2025 to June 15th, 2026, and will be back again for the summer of 2026, offering free and discounted tickets for national parks, museums, via rail, and more. The popular pass was launched in 2025 to encourage domestic travel amid frosty relations
Did
with
you
the
did you did you
US.
did you use it?
No,
Have you ever used it?
no.
No. Okay.
Middle class tax cut.
Mhm.
So a new middle class tax cut goes into effect for the 2025 tax year. Announced in late June, the personal income tax rate for those who make 57,375 per year or less was dropped to 14.5% for the 2025 tax year and 14% for 2026 and subsequent tax years. It previously stood at 15%. Ottawa expects nearly 22 million Canadians will benefit from this measure, which
Mhm.
will equal a maximum tax savings of $420 per person or $840 per couple.
Oh, thank you, Mark Carney.
Even if your earnings put you above the lowest tax bracket, the lower tax rate will still be applied to first $57,375 of taxable income you earn. So, for example, if you make $77,375 in 2025, you'll be taxed at 14% for the first $57,375 you earn and 20.5% for the remaining 20,000. Cool.
Yeah. I
Tax
know.
rebate. So sorry, go ahead.
I don't know how someone can hate on that.
Yeah.
I really don't like. Well, I can see the Pierre Polyev
Oh yeah, he would.
people probably be like, well, you know what? Uh, he's a fraud, Mark Carney.
Ugh.
So,
Whatever.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Tax rebates for first-time home buyers. So tax rebates for first-time home buyers could come into effect in 2026 if proposed federal legislation passes. The rebates would eliminate GST or the federal portion of the HST for first-time home buyers of newly built or substantially renovated homes valued at up to $1 million, which I thought was, well, this is for first home time buyers, so it's a little different. Um, so for a maximum rebate of $50,000.
Mm,
Homes that cost between $1 million to $1.5 million
all right.
would also be eligible for reduced tax rates. If the federal legislation passes, the Ontario government has signaled that it will also drop the provincial portion of the HST for first-time home buyers. So
Right.
that's huge. Automatic tax filing. Starting in the 2026 tax year, the Canada Revenue Agency will begin automatically filing taxes for about 1 million low income Canadians to
Yeah.
help ensure
That's
they receive the federal benefits they qualify for, like the Canada Child Benefit and the GST/HST credit.
Yeah.
The deadline to file 2026 taxes will be in April 2027, as always.
Hmm.
The system is expected to be scaled up to include approximately 5.5 million people in the 2028 tax year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I get those benefits. So like those benefits are true. So
hmm
well,
This
some
is
of
a
them.
big one. This one I like. New
Yeah.
cap on NSF fees at banks. So the federal government is
Oh
instituting a
yeah.
cap on non-sufficient funds, NSF fees. As of March 12th, 2026, Canadian banks will have to cap NSF fees at $10 for personal and joint accounts. Banks will also be prohibited from charging NSF fees for accounts that have an overdraft of less than $10. And they will only be allowed to charge one NSF fee per account within a 2 business day period. Love
Good for
it.
yeah. Good for people who well that doesn't apply to me.
Who
So
have been hit with the NSF
you
fees.
know that doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
Good for people
For
who are with like those original six banks. So
yeah. According to the federal government, NSF fees currently range from $45 to $48 and disproportionately harm low-income Canadians. The caps do not apply to corporate or business accounts. Buy Canadian policy implemented. So the federal government's Buy Canadian policy will be fully implemented by spring of 2026. The policy aims to ensure that federal spending prioritizes Canadian suppliers and materials in order to bolster Canadian jobs and industries. The new policy, which was launched in response to tariffs imposed by US President Donald Trump, will start with Canadian steel, aluminum, and softwood lumber. Early retirement incentive for federal employees.
nice.
In 2026, federal public service employees will be able to apply to retire early with a pension that is based on their years of service.
Mm,
The move, which is meant to promote federal workforce reductions, is expected to be implemented on or after January 15th, 2026. To be eligible, employees must be at least 50 years old and have at least 10 years of public service employment. And the last one, National School Food Program becomes permanent. The National School Food Program that was launched in 2024 will become permanent thanks to a new funding commitment. The latest
yeah.
federal budget promised $216.6 million in annual funding
Yep.
for the program beginning in 2029, which will build on the $1 billion commitment the federal government previously made for the program's first 5 years. The
Yep.
National School Food Program aims to provide meals for up to 400,000 children. I'm all
Mm-hmm.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's
That's good.
happened
That's good.
there.
Right. Good job, McCartney. Um,
Yep.
there- like, have you heard about the? I know this is had nothing to do with like well, it has something to do with Canada, but like, what in Toronto, basically. Have you heard what Olivia Child did for transit?
Olivia, no.
So basically, they hold like TTC and Olivia Child hold a press conference. Obviously, it was about the it was about the new service they got. Can't remember what it's called. I think it went to Humber College and etc. Uh, it's lane six. I can't remember, but like onto the I added to that note. Basically, uh, there's a new policy that's taking effect with like Presto. So if you tap your Presto card 40 times, your bus trips is free after that.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then yes.
okay. It's kind of like what Presto does. If you tap a certain amount, you would have a
Hmm.
free for the rest of that month.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
That's what
that's
yeah, 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 that's what she did. And then it'll get well, it's a 47 times. 47
is that
next
just
year
for TTC?
TDC, and I think it's TDC. I'm not sure if it's just for TDC. I think it's also for Durham. I'm not sure. It wasn't
Well, it
confirmed. I
can't
could
be if Olivia Chow is doing it. It would just be Toronto. So it
probably be
can't be
Toronto. So
Durham.
it's just probably TDC. So if it's just yeah for TDC, and then it's 47
Which makes sense
times.
because they don't have like the same structure as like Go Transit does.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly,
so that's
exactly.
good.
Yeah. Well, so for Toronto, I need it to get. Well, actually, I don't take 40 trips, but my a friend of mine does. He takes 40 trips every single time going back to work, coming from back before. So, hopefully he enjoys that. But yeah. And then next year it'll be 40 trips. So like within, the month. So like after that it'll be free after the 40. So
Mm.
yeah. Um, pretty good stuff. Um, yeah, that's basically what I have. You can continue with it until your loss.
Okay. So no, that was the last one that we did. So
Oh, okay,
uh
okay.
we're good
Oh, okay,
there.
okay. All right. I thought you just, but okay.
Um, so I want to do this last article because before we kind of go into the kind of the final two that I wanted to talk about that
Yeah.
we're not going to go too in depth with, but it's a little different. We'll get to it. But
Hmm.
so Ford government says it will be requiring defendants to pay cash security deposits once they are released. And I'm assuming released from the action. So let's talk about this. So the Ontario government says it will require defendants to pay cash security deposits once they are released from custody as part of a bill aimed at tightening bail requirements. So yeah, I guess criminal. So in a news release issued, I think this came out in no, this was from November, so this was before. Um, Attorney General Doug Downey said the current bail system is broken and that the bill will introduce repercussions for offenders. That's why our government is advancing a comprehensive tough on crime bail strategy that will strengthen the rules, reinforce compliance, and keep violent and repeat offenders off the street. This is what Downey said. Under the current system, the province says if the court orders a defendant's release on a promise to pay, no cash deposit is required. In those cases, a person who has agreed to ensure the accused follows their bail conditions, known as a surety, and or the defendant does not have to pay the agreed upon amount unless the terms of the release are broken. This creates potential challenges related to the collection of forfeited bail payments, including time and resources that must be expended in order to collect payments. According to Toronto Police Chief Myron, I think it's Kemp Demque, who was present at this announcement, fail to comply with conditions is the third most common charge associated with firearms offenses in the city, which he said reflects how frequently individuals breach the conditions of their release. The proposed bill would improve bail compliance and keep repeat offenders behind bars, the province added, saying the measure would make it easier for it to collect forfeited bail payments when conditions are violated. If a defendant's bail conditions are met, the deposit would be returned, and that's, how it goes. The government also said it's proposing to follow up on previous amendments to the Bail Act, including the requirements that sureties provide up-to-date information about the accused person they are supervising through a centralized database. There have been cases where sureties have failed to report when the accused person they are supervising has breached their bail conditions, or where the same surety has proposed themselves for multiple accused persons simultaneously. The creation of a surety database would help hold sureties accountable, improve efficiency, increase public safety, and strengthen information sharing between police services by allowing police to access data collected by other jurisdictions. Other proposed measures include the expansion of bail prosecution teams, which work with local police departments to prosecute serious and violent crimes to prepare the strongest possible cases. Since 2023, the province says those teams have managed over 4,100 cases at the bail stage. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has long railed against Canada's bail system and has blamed what he called weak-kneed judges, yikes, for releasing defendants in high-profile cases. In October, the federal Liberal government tabled legislation to make it harder to get bail for a number of offenses, including vehicle thefts, extortion, and breaking and entering. That bill also imposes a reverse onus on bail for certain offenses, meaning that the burden of proof is moved from the prosecutor to the accused to justify being granted bail. The legislation is expected to be tabled on back then. So I don't know what
Mm,
happened there after that, but
mm,
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of goes because
mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
you want to make sure that, bail is being taken seriously by not only the accused, but for those people who are um their sureties. So
I agree, 100%.
all right. So the final couple things we're gonna be talking about, this is just we'll just kind of say trigger warning. This is involving Donald Trump, MAGA, the whole bit. So
Mhm,
these two.
mhm.
Have you heard about Nicki Minaj and her now involvement with MAGA?
I Erica Kirk. Yes, I heard.
Okay.
Um, her, okay, go ahead. Go.
No, what are you gonna say? Because what I'm planning to do here is just read
So,
this Facebook post that I thought was really well written. So go ahead.
mhm.
What were you gonna
So
say?
basically, there's a history going on with this. Um, this all started because of like this goes back to Sydney Sweeney actually.
Okay.
So basically, Nicki Minaj saw what happened with the ad
Okay.
in the American Eagle ad,
hmm
etc.
hmm
And basically, that's one of the reasons why she feels like black women are basically bashing white women who are blue eyes and blonde. So
hmm
that's one of the reasons why she went there to
I mean, I think
Turning
people's
Point USA.
interpretations of Nicki Minaj getting involved in this
Uh,
goes a little deeper than just that.
that's one of the reasons. That's one
Okay,
of the reasons.
what do you think the other reason is?
The other reason was the whole Nigeria thing, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and etc.
Nigerian
Uh,
thing. What do you mean, Nigerian thing?
so there's this not I wouldn't say this like false situation that's going on with like Nigerians killing Christians.
What?
Yes,
Why are we saying that? Because uh,
that's
are
what.
we talking about the fact that they are an Islamic country?
Yes, that's one of the reasons
Okay.
why. Because like that's
Nigeria is not just an Islamic country, though.
Mhm.
Not all Nigerians are Islamic. I just want
Yeah.
to put that part out there.
Yeah. The thing is that like that's what Trump. Sorry, that's what Trump
No,
did.
I understand because
Yeah.
again, like all Islamic countries were targeted in his first term.
Mhm.
Um, that included Nigeria.
Mhm.
But I just need to say this, as a person who I've dated, a couple Nigerians.
Yeah.
Neither of them were Islamic.
Yeah.
Islam is very prevalent and very
Yeah.
big in Nigeria, mind you,
Yeah.
but it's not the only religion that is practiced in the country. So this is so stupid.
Yeah. She says like that they're killing Christians and all that stuff, and she was
So
worried
fucking dumb.
about it. So
She's worried
that's
about
what,
it.
and
She's worried about it. Okay. All right.
that's why you seen her at a Turning Point USA, which
Mm-hmm.
was originally owned by Charlie Kirk. Now that
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk has
Mm-hmm.
died.
We don't talk
That
about it again, but yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be like
Yeah,
but
we'll leave it at that.
um, the and here's the funny part. Charlie Kirk has talked bad about Nicki Minaj in the past, saying
Well,
that she's
yeah.
not a good influence on black women,
What the fuck
etc.
does he know about what is a good influence on
Yes.
black women when you are a very, or sorry, we're a very white man? Like,
Yeah.
what? What do you
Yeah.
know about the Black woman experience?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what
Get
he
the
said. That's
fuck
what he
out of
said.
here. Sorry.
Yeah. So, and then it was just so funny that Erica Kirk, his wife,
Hmm.
basically invited Nicki Minaj. I don't know if Nicki Minaj did any research because I feel like if she did, she wouldn't go. But
You
like,
think that?
yeah,
And
I don't think she did
okay,
any kind of research in
all
my
right.
opinion.
Can I read this Facebook post to you now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not going to say who wrote this post, but this post was really well done because this really
Mm-hmm.
does paint Nicki Minaj in the picture that
Mm-hmm.
I think people tend to forget about or don't
Mm-hmm.
know about. And
Mm-hmm.
I 100% agree with this post. Here we go.
Yep.
The way people are acting surprised about Nicki Minaj right now is actually hilarious. Let's be real. She has a
Mm-hmm.
documented pattern of supporting weirdos. She's
Yes.
married to a convicted sex offender, Kenneth
Yeah.
Petty, and her brother, Jelani Maraj, is
Yeah.
currently serving 25 years to life for sexually assaulting an 11-year-old girl. She built her brand on the LGBTQ plus community. Do you remember this? Because I do. You remember when
Yeah.
she came out and
She,
said she was
yeah. Yeah.
bisexual?
No. Yeah. No.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But had no problem switching up when a check was involved.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a moment and lay out the facts. In September 1994, Jennifer Hugh, who was 16 at the time, alleged that Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, who was also 16 at the time, sexually assaulted her at knife point after forcing her into a house in Queens, New York. Hugh reported the incident to her high school security guard, who called the police, leading to Petty's arrest. Petty initially denied the charges, but later accepted a plea deal, pleading guilty to first-degree attempted rape. He served nearly 4 years of an 18 to 54-month prison sentence and is required to register as a sex offender. Now pay attention. Kenneth Petty wasn't some random guy Nikki met. They dated in high school in Queens in the late 90s when went their separate ways and then magically reconnected in 2018. Even with her knowing he's a registered sex offender, Nikki still said I do in 2019. After Petty married Minaj, they moved to California. Of course, her lovely husband failed to register as a sex offender, which is a condition of his conviction. That failure resulted in a federal indictment, and in 2021, he pled guilty and was sentenced to 1 year of house arrest and 3 years of probation. In August 2021, Jennifer Hugh filed a lawsuit stating that Nicki Minaj and her associates tried multiple times to bribe and intimidate her into recanting her 1994 rape allegation against Kenneth Petty, and she refused. Hugh also said that Minaj's public claim on social media suggesting she and Petty were in a relationship were untrue and re-traumatizing. She has consistently maintained that Petty sexually assaulted her in 1994. And now, let's shine a light on her brother, the man she cheered on every step of the way while he was on trial for sexually assaulting a child. In 2017, Nicki Minaj's brother, Jelani Mirage, was convicted of predatory sexual assault for repeatedly raping his 11-year-old stepdaughter. The victim and her younger brother both testified in court that the abuse occurred multiple times a week over several months in 2015 at his Long Island home. Um, Sorry, I think I lost my spot. Long Island home.
So okay.
While their mother was away. What are you gonna say?
So yeah, I knew basically all of this. I already knew all of that,
Okay, well
every single
let me
bit.
continue now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
DNA evidence linked Jelani Mirage to the crime was found on the victim's pajamas. Nicki Minaj reportedly paid the $100,000 bond for her brother's temporary release after his initial arrest in 2015. Despite knowing her brother's DNA was found on the child's pajamas, she went on to write a letter to the judge in an attempt to secure a more lenient sentence for her brother. In the letter, she described him as the most patient, gentle, genuine, giving, selfless man I know.
Mm,
This woman's a mother. Let everyone remind you this, okay? She is a mother.
mm,
Even after all the things she willingly supported, her Barbs stayed loyal for years. But
mm-hmm.
now everyone acts like her supporting Trump or saying boys will be boys is suddenly a deal breaker.
Oh God, I saw that. It was the most when she said that. It was the
Boys will
most
be
cringy.
boys.
Boys will be boys. I don't know.
about that,
What happened to men being men? I want
right?
to hear men being men. It makes me sound like I'm a child. Like it's so
Well,
cringy.
but it's not about that, right? Boys, saying some boys will be boys isn't about making a man feel less than. It's about the fact that we're trying to, or they're trying to say, oh, well, boys just do that because, they're just trying to show that they like you, or they hate you because they like you, or they're just rambunctious and like that and aggressive because they're boys. And also then we'll say in the same breath, oh, well, he wants to have sex. You told him no. Boys will be boys.
Mm.
Can't stop that. But it takes the onus off of them. When we should be teaching our boys, quote unquote, to be good, upstanding. Yeah. So it's more about just kind of like giving an excuse to why men do what they do. Boys will
Mm.
be boys. Is not as literal as you're thinking it is. It's more of like, yeah, what I said before, but
It's just a word.
it's taking the
Just
onus off of men,
yeah,
you know, that's what it's about.
yeah. I just feel like the way
Um,
how she said it was cringy. The only time I
no,
only heard,
it's a saying.
yeah.
It's not about it's not her saying it, that like she made that saying up. It's something that
Oh
it,
no, no.
it's been said by
I heard
many.
it before. I heard it from a two YouTubers named Aber and Preach.
Oh
They
yeah,
said it
it's not
before.
new. It's not a new thing.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah,
said
yeah.
for
Boys will
years
be
and years and years
boys.
and
Yeah,
years.
boys
Boys
will
will be
be
boys.
boys. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
it's
this thing.
stupid.
It's
It's stupid.
just how she said it was cringy.
No,
But
it's the reason. It's not so much how it's not what she's saying. It's the reason she's saying it. That's
I
what's
mean,
cringy about
I
it.
know it's a reason. I know it's a
Yeah.
reason, and it's just how she said, how she said it. How
Okay,
like you know,
I
yeah,
got it.
just said.
Um, so the final paragraph here is, what's the excuse this time? Where is the ride or die defense now? And no, don't try the quote unquote drugs excuse, because this is who she truly is.
Mm.
Nikki has always been problematic, homophobic, and a narcissist. She should have been canceled a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree because I remember, like, I mean, I haven't been really following Nicki Minaj's career for, I don't know, like a decade now because I got, honestly, when I found out she was getting married to this guy who was a sex offender, I'm like, I'm out. Like, I don't like, and not so much that he was a sex offender, but he was, like, she knew it. It's just like, how do you get married to a person like that? And then
See,
how do you have children with him?
I don't
That part
know.
I don't get it.
See, I don't know if she was a protector of her brother, or
She
she was
100%
against
clearly
him,
is a protector of her brother.
or she was uh for him. I don't know. Was she?
You think from what I'm understanding with her brother, she's thinking he could have done no wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
So basically, she's a
Boys will be
defend.
boys.
So she's a defender of.
She's a defender of him. And
So
again, I don't understand that because it's like he okay, it's bad enough when a man sexually assaults a grown ass woman. It is 10 times worse when you're doing that to a child. As far as I'm concerned, don't put him in the jail cell, put him under the jail.
mm.
Leave him underneath it.
do you do you think she's trauma dating?
No,
She was trauma, like, trauma, not
no.
trauma dating, but trauma.
You think she's
Uh,
like trauma, but she's dating based off of her trauma.
yes, that's right.
What would her trauma have been though? Like, I'd
Like
want to know what her
like
trauma
her
is.
family trauma, basically.
But we don't
Like
really know what that is
her
though.
brother,
But mm, no, because she knew this guy from before. The rumor was I think she dated this guy in high school. So I would disagree. No, it's not about that. I don't think this has anything to do with her brother. I think this is just her. And again, like I have to say, like
She just had a she
Why
just
would you date someone if this is about your brother and you're dealing with trauma from your brother's experience? Why would you date and then marry and then have a child with somebody who did that? Like, as far as I'm concerned, I think this is a woman who, for whatever reason, gets off on the danger that this man poses to her. And there are women who are like that.
yeah, there's the women who like bad guys. Yeah,
It's not
no,
about
yeah.
it's but it's more than just like, oh, you have an edge to you. Like she's literally seeking out and is like this is what she wants. She wants it's like she wants this danger. It's unhealthy. It's more
Yeah.
than like, I would say like my boyfriend has an edge to him or did or whatever, but it's
Mhm, mhm,
like
mhm,
that's different because as far as I know, and just from my own experience, obviously, I'm not unsafe in vulnerable moments when there's intimacy involved or whatever, right? I don't seek that out because as a woman who has been sexually assaulted, raped, whatever you want to call it, whatever I've decided to call it, because I
mhm,
haven't really put a label on what I've been through,
mhm.
but I've been through things. I would not seek that out. Why would I want to seek that out? You know, if anything, when I'm involved with men post those situations or that one particular situation that I'm thinking of, I've told them about it more so that in case of anything, I never, ever have to experience that feeling again. You know, I
Mhm.
don't understand why women seek it, but I know they do.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like she did by going to this guy.
Mhm.
But again, it's like he has to have registered as a sex offender, which would mean he's not allowed to be around children.
Yeah.
And again,
So
you have a child with him. Like, I just
so
don't understand that.
so what do you think is the reason why she went on the stage and, you know, went and supported JD Vance and Donald Trump
Donald Trump.
in that way?
It's one
What do
of
you
two
think?
things. It's one of two things. Either she is doing this for the clicks, or she believes in the MAGA way. It's one of the two things. And I have to ask people who are fans of Nicki Minaj or were fans of Nicki Minaj or maybe
Mhm,
grappling with all of this.
mhm.
Either way you swing it, is that someone you want to stand behind? Because I know for me, either way, I wouldn't be behind that.
Yeah.
I'd be done because it's just I don't
Yeah,
know
like,
why you
yeah,
would do that
yeah.
because that man is targeting people who look like me and look like
See
you and other people and other colored people. Like, I don't get it.
see, I think also, like, Nikki's a type of, like, celebrity that doesn't do a lot of research. She doesn't do any type of research when it comes to politics at all. I
I would
feel
agree
like
with
she
that.
is probably is like a lot of celebrities, there's a reason why a lot of celebrities are Republicans,
Mhm.
but not they're not Trump supported Republicans.
Right.
They're Republicans
Yeah, there's a
because
difference.
they're because of their finances and their, etc. Like
And I have
it goes on.
nothing against people being
Yeah.
Republican. I don't care about you guys being Republican. You're entitled to
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah,
political
yeah,
views. I have a problem
yeah,
with you supporting Trump.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Different.
I just think she doesn't do any research to the point that she feels that Trump is a Republican, and then and then
And
the
yeah, and
whole
then
thing with
so
the
I'm Republican, so yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
And then the
I
whole
would
thing
be
with the edge thing, right? I think it relates to the marriage, her marriage. I don't know if she does research on Trump. I don't know if she does or does not. But if she did, it's kind of a relatable situation with like her husband and
I
then
would
Trump, etc.
I would however
But
be surprised if Nicki Minaj slash her family is Republican because New York isn't really a Republican state, and she's from New
no, it's
York,
not. It's not.
right?
It's
They're more liberal.
yeah,
So
but
I would
then
be
again,
shocked if she was,
it's
but there
it,
is the other aspects of it too,
yes.
that if this is more, because I find people who are very religious
Uh-huh.
tend to be Republican.
Yes.
So
And that's it right there.
yeah, so if
She
there
believed in
is
the
that massive religious
mm-hmm,
aspect
mm-hmm,
to her upbringing, which I think there is,
mm-hmm.
that's why
I
she
think
would be a
that
Republican.
I think there is a little bit of Democratic people, but truly and really there are like well, you grow as a person in your life, like in terms of your career, and you
Mhm.
look at certain types of policy, etc. And you relate close to the Republicans because of where you are in your life. So like people say like okay, like here's another thing 50 is another thing. He has a picture with Donald Trump, but it's a very old picture. Like it's a very old. I think it's like before he went in office, but people look at him like he supports Trump, but he doesn't because he got offered to
But you
do.
all have to remember as well.
Yeah,
Here I am. So, like, listen, my
go
thoughts
ahead.
and views have kind of changed a little bit on 50 Cent
Hmm.
after his documentary of Diddy. We'll talk about it in that episode. I
Yeah,
want to be as petty as 50 Cent when I get older. So I'm going to defend him here a little bit.
yeah,
There's the
yeah, yeah.
other aspect here as well, which I was going to say, but I forgot
Hmm.
that even though like Trump is not from New York, he
Hmm.
is from Florida,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he is such a pivotal person
Hmm.
and such a, you know, you think New York, you
Hmm.
tend to think Trump at the same time.
Yes.
He is New York. He was part of New York.
Yeah,
So
he was influential.
seeing 50 Cent have a picture with Trump is not freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't 50 Cent is from New York? Am I with that
Yes, he
right?
is. He's from New
Yeah,
York. He's
so
from Queens. Yeah.
so that's not crazy that you're going to see Trump with 50 Cent. It's also not even crazy that you would have seen like Trump with Diddy. Diddy's from Harlem. Like that's
Yeah.
not crazy.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's not crazy when you see some of these celebrities, even Nicki Minaj,
Yeah, that has pictures with it.
pre all
Yeah,
of
no,
this,
yeah,
it
yeah,
wouldn't have been crazy because she's from New York. She's also from Queens, if I'm correct.
yeah, because she sees Trump. Yeah, yeah,
Right. So there's
and
also that aspect of it as well for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But the difference
Hmm.
is 50 Cent, I would think, does not support Trump
He
in his
does
political
not. No,
stance,
he. People
right?
think he does because like
I don't think he does.
he trolls. But the thing is, he's a. Now I know he's a Republican
Oh, is he?
because
Okay.
he is a Republican. The
Got it.
thing is, it's just like he has real estate and finances. It's been told that he doesn't agree with the mayor of the new mayor of New York. Is it Madani?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The new mayor of New York is Muslim, so he does not agree with his policy, and he's Democrat.
Okay.
So yeah, so yes, he is he's I would say he's a bit of a Republican, but I don't think he supports Trump
Hmm.
because he got offered to perform at one of his like inaugurations.
Hmm.
He 50 rejected it.
Didn't J-Lo perform at one of his inaugurations?
What, the Trumps?
Yeah, I
It
thought
was
she
Snoop
did.
Dogg. It was Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg performed in one of his. I don't think it's J-Lo. I didn't
I
see
thought that
J-Lo.
J-Lo did.
No.
I don't know if it was
It was,
necessarily the last one, but I thought it was. I thought she did like his first term.
did
I
he?
can't remember.
No, I don't think I don't remember that. No. A lot of celebrities rejected him. Nobody
Oh,
wanted to nobody wanted to do his but the second term, the
because
second one,
Snoop Dogg
Snoop
did.
Dogg, Rick Ross, Kid Rock.
Oh, Kid Rock's not even. That's not even surprising. Keith, that man's MAGA, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Rick
I
Ross, I mean, whatever. Rick Ross will take
yes, yeah.
anything because, like, really, what
Snoop
does Rick
Dogg.
Ross do?
So yeah.
Snoop Dogg, though,
Uh
I got problems.
yeah, Snoop Dogg did
I
it.
don't
He
like
did
that.
performed. He
I don't like
performed.
that.
He was against what's his name? Donald Trump in his first term, but he
So
flip
then he
flopped.
performs for him?
He flip flopped in his second term, 8 years later, like after Biden or whatever.
Okay.
Like
Well, I mean,
yeah, so
I don't like
like
that.
yeah, so like I didn't understand that at all.
No.
Eminem's a Democrat. He's against. He was
Well,
against Trump, 100% against.
listen,
Still is now. He still is now.
Eminem,
He never did.
Eminem is always correct. So
Yeah, so like that's why I'm saying like if 50 ever performed there,
I highly
he's
doubt
gonna
it.
have him and Eminem are gonna have a little like
I doubt
they're
it though.
close. They're close.
Yeah,
Eminem does
yeah.
not want
No.
to, 50 does not want to break that relationship with Eminem.
No,
So
I doubt that. Like, I don't.
so
Again, you can be Republican,
yes.
but there's a very fine line between being Republican and then being a MAGA.
Yeah.
MAGA is a cult. Let's be very real here.
Hmm.
That's a
Hmm.
cult where it's like no matter what, Trump's doing no wrong in your book. And
Hmm.
it's like, be critical, be a critical thinker.
Hmm.
Look at the situation here. Look at what this man is doing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my segue into the final thing we're going to talk about.
Hmm.
And that is the shooting of the mother in Minneapolis by the ICE officer.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
did you watch
I,
the video?
yeah, I saw like multiple angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Okay.
my, I only saw it from one angle, but
Yeah, yeah. There was the camera, the
it looked
ice
like the
camera
ICE
angle,
camera. Yeah.
and then there's the raw footage that that was from what's a citizen.
Okay.
So yeah.
From my view of what I saw, though,
Hmm.
this looked like a situation where a woman mouthed off to the ICE officer,
Hmm.
got into a car. The driver, the woman who was killed, backs away and is turning the car to drive away.
Hmm.
Explain to me where in that video this car was advancing on the ICE officer. If anything, the ICE officer advanced closer to the vehicle.
They
That's
said
what
that
I saw.
yeah, they said the ICE officer was in danger.
Of what?
So
Of a moving vehicle?
yeah, the vehicle was a threat.
This
So he's.
ICE officer is a dumbass. And you just killed a mother right after Christmas.
Hmm.
For what reason? So this post that I saw on Facebook, I thought was really important one to
Hmm.
put into perspective for those because there are many people who saw that video and it's like this never should have happened. And then there's other people who are like, well, she broke the law. She wasn't abiding by the ICE officer. Basically blaming her, just like JD Vance did um in his press conference as well.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And, and it's like that's why I said earlier, it's like a woman was killed at the end of the day. A woman died.
Mhm.
So, where's your compassion for your American citizen, because she was an American citizen, being killed by an ICE officer? Where's your compassion?
Mhm.
You know?
See, I don't think he sees that. I think he sees by the I see a lot of the Trump administration supports the police officers, right? So
Well,
yeah, they see it in the police view of things over the citizens or the American people. So like,
well, I gotta say, I mean, this was a white woman that was killed, and you know, what I'm about to say next is obviously more about colored people, but
mhm,
how many people need to be shot unprovoked for no reason? I'm thinking Breonna Taylor, sleeping in her bed and being shot. How many
mhm,
more people need to have a foot on their neck for 7 minutes? Like, how many more of that needs to happen before we realize something needs to change? Now, these weren't police officers in that sense. These were ICE
mhm,
officers, but they're still officers. And this was a very different situation. But what more needs to happen for change to finally happen?
mhm,
You know what I mean? Like, this is this is ridiculous. But this Facebook post that I saw, um, in response to what had happened, I think is like this person was very well said. So they said, so they are this person who posted this. They're a retired law enforcement officer, um, and they're giving their opinion on what happened. So they say, I'm going to say a few things people have probably heard before, then get very particular. A bit over a year ago, I retired from law enforcement after just shy of 23 years. I went to the academy, have required annual retraining, was an instructor, and received a lot of extra training in use of force. I retired as a sergeant and a supervisor. I have seen several videos now of today's shooting in Minneapolis. I have
mhm,
read a few different reports. Every agency I have trained with is taught not to fire into a moving vehicle. It creates many new hazards. An officer can use lethal force when they believe their life is in danger. A driver backing up and then turning their vehicle away from officers does not qualify. I am not aware of ICE having any actual jurisdiction to detain this woman in the first place. All accounts say she was a U.S. citizen. Even if she had not been, it would not have justified their behavior. There is no way it is legal or within acceptable bounds for an officer to leave the scene of a shooting. This alone strongly suggests that not only does the officer involved know he was in the wrong, but that so do his colleagues, who did not stop him leaving the scene. The fact that the federal government seems to be doing their best to lie about this is very deeply disturbing. Um, and yeah,
mhm,
and I think
mhm.
that's important to hear because it's like, this isn't the movies. When you see someone shooting into a moving vehicle, this is real life.
Yeah.
And it does create more hazards because what if you, again, I believe they shot, was it the driver that they shot?
Mhm.
Okay. So you're
Yes.
shooting the driver of the vehicle,
Mhm.
and the vehicle, I believe, crashed, obviously after. What if that vehicle crashed and hit somebody else? That's the new hazard that it could have created. What
Mhm.
if there was no stopping and the person dead? Because
Mhm.
obviously, if you know anything about, when a person dies, all of their weight is going to now fall into wherever it's going to fall into, and your foot's on the gas. What
Mhm.
if you now can't remove their foot off the gas in time before the passenger gets hurt in this situation. There's a passenger. Like, there's so many different things here. If you thought that there was something going on, take down a license plate number. Come back to it later.
Mm.
Or
Yeah,
go into your vehicle and chase after them if you really think there's something going on.
yeah,
You don't
I
shoot someone.
yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I didn't understand that approach. Like, you could have just like checked in the vehicle, asked the person to come out the vehicle, and or if
But
the
but but
person is all right.
but
Go
as the
ahead.
person says, what was the reason for this person? Even in talking to this US citizen, you are an ICE officer. You are
Yeah,
part of immigration. Your
yeah,
job is to round up, you know, immigrants that are
illegal immigrants. Yeah,
illegal immigrants.
yeah,
That is your job.
yeah.
That is your job as an ICE officer. As far as
Mhm.
I'm concerned, I don't think ICE officers should have a gun. I don't think
Yeah,
they
yeah.
should. If your
So
life is in danger, you could, I
yeah,
mean, tasers can be dangerous as well, but you could have a
yeah,
taser. You could have a baton.
yeah,
You don't need to have a gun.
yeah. Have ICE officers been around for a long time?
Oh yeah,
Or
they've been around for a long
oh,
time.
okay, it's not
But
not because of Trump and
no, 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 no,
I just never heard. I just never they weren't like like mainstream where they
no,
weren't
no.
basically.
ICE has been around and has been a part of society now
Hmm.
in this way, not quite in this way, but you know what I mean,
Right, right,
for
right.
for years. I've heard about ICE since Obama's term.
Really, I
Yeah,
just
but
maybe because I have been.
they've always been doing this. It's not like all of a sudden they're
Hmm.
rounding up illegal immigrants. You know what I mean? It's not it's not new, but
Oh no,
it's
like I
to
know
the
that like
degree.
I know
This is
they've
what's
been.
new.
I feel like I just haven't heard of like
No, I hear you.
because like ICE has been like more viral because
Yes,
of social media.
since
I just
Trump.
haven't heard too much about the journey, even the Obama administration. I haven't
Mm,
heard like that much. It's just like maybe
yeah,
because they were more private,
not even so much
right?
private. They were doing things by the book.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's probably what it
Whereas
is. I
now
feel
they're
like
not really doing things by the book.
I
They're
feel
doing
like
things by Trump's book, but not by the book.
yeah, and that's why they're more okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, we have
Commercial.
immigration officers here in Canada as well. They do the same thing that ICE does.
Hmm.
Um, it's just in a different scale because it's not like that.
Hmm.
Like I remember being in like an immigration office with my ex-husband, literally watching an immigration officer walk in there, you know, reporting on whether or not they found an illegal immigrant or not. Actually, that was a whole different situation. Apparently, that person had died, not at their hands, but had died before. And and yeah, like it's a reality. You need to have them. It's just to the scale of how they're being used right now, it's just not normal. It's not how it should be. And especially they should not be killing their own citizens. That should not be
Hmm.
happening. And to have I'm sorry, but like people sitting there and being like, well, they didn't obey the law or they fled a scene or they were trying to hurt the so here's the thing. Think about this. If it had
Hmm.
happened to that woman, what's to say it won't happen to you or happen to someone you love and care about?
Right.
This is not gonna unfortunately, this is not gonna be the last time that an American citizen is being killed
Yeah.
while these things are happening. I wish I could say it, but it's not gonna be the last time. Unless something changes and it's not going to change. We have 3 more years of this. That's freaking depressing.
Hmm.
Everything that has happened, it's only been a year. Not
Huh.
even, but just about.
What was the name of the woman that got
That got
shot?
shot. I can't remember her name right now. Um,
I guess Renee Good.
okay. Well,
So like that's her name. So like yeah, I know they did a GoFundMe
mhm. So, I mean, I think
as
she had,
well,
like,
and it
3
was
kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be sad for the kids as well because they're
absolutely.
gonna be um in child services as well, and
Well, if they have family, I'm sure they'll be with
yeah,
family.
yeah.
But still, it's not
So
gonna take
yeah,
away from the fact that they've just lost their mom.
so yeah, the GoFundMe campaign for Renee Good closed at over 1.5 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people came in support. Hopefully, it covers, sadly, the funeral service, and then,
Mhm.
may some go to, the
'Cause, I
children,
mean, I don't
you
know
know?
if she would've I mean, I don't know how old she was, but if there was, like, a life insurance or anything that would've covered those
Mhm,
expenses, but
mhm.
yeah.
Yep, yep. So,
But my thoughts and my prayers are with her family,
mhm,
um,
same.
'cause it was senseless.
Yeah, it was.
But I think that's it for us. That's it for this
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, and just to add to that, did he see the mayor?
Mayor
Uh,
of oh,
Minnesota, the
um,
video,
Tim
yeah, clip,
Walz, right? Is that his name?
yeah. I think it was Tim
Was it
Walz, but I think it was something. I think he's the governor.
he's the governor,
So,
right.
yeah, the mayor did a video. Let me see. Mayor, Mid- Minneapolis. Yeah, he said, I got a message for ICE. And then he's like, ICE, get the out of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's just
yeah.
like,
We
seriously,
don't
like,
need you.
one
Yeah,
one state at a time just causing absolute
yeah,
ruckus.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
ridiculous.
That's a leader right there.
Absolutely.
That's a leader. Yeah, that's a leader. That's a guy that you need to put in as a president, not the other
Well,
two
here's the thing I'll
stooges.
say. I mean, that ICE officer needs to be reprimanded, but he probably won't
Yeah,
be, so anyways.
but he
But,
won't. Yeah, he won't. Yeah.
this to give ICE something,
Hmm.
this isn't coming from them.
Hmm.
This is coming from Trump.
Yeah.
Trump is the one that needs to be reprimanded, but that
Yeah.
also isn't gonna happen, so
Mm. Well, we have midterms, so in America, so like they have midterms, so like I don't know what's the what they what he has to pass with midterms. I don't know if they are going to do a re-election or something. I don't know if it has to
I
do
don't
with
know what would
Congress.
happen.
I don't know. So
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's like a midterm review on his pre-
Predis
presidency.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
Well, let's remember, he's been impeached probably more than any president, and he's
mhm.
still here. Like,
Mhm.
this is
Yeah.
that's the
So
thing, what
but
is the point of being impeached? What is the point
yeah,
if it does
he's actually
nothing?
he said like, midterms are coming up and if we won't win the midterms, they will impeach me.
But
That's
it's not
what he
gonna do
said.
anything.
That's what he said.
It's not
That's what he
gonna do
said.
anything
That's what
because
he
'cause he's been
said. So
impeached before, doesn't do anything. He's still there. So
well, like
I don't care if he gets
I
impeached because it doesn't do
think
anything.
I think when because his president is giving him in mortality, I guess.
Mhm,
So like, once he no longer president, that that title no longer holds him anymore. So
mhm.
I don't know. But yeah, shout outs to Mayor Jacob Fry. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, sad situation now. It's in Minnesota. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Anyways,
that's it. Yeah.
that's it for
Mm,
us. It was a
mhm.
extra long episode that we did.
Yep, it is, yep,
Um,
really long.
yeah,
Yep.
and our Netflix one, as we said, or streaming one, we'll figure out a name by then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Will
yeah.
be extra
Figuring
long
it
as
out for
well.
that segment, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're gonna notice that our outro is a little different,
Mhm,
now moving forward, but that,
mhm. Yep,
otherwise,
yep, yep.
I think that's it. I think we're
That's it.
done here.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
So we'll be back, tomorrow with another episode.
Mhm.
And, yeah.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye, everybody. If you liked what you heard with our podcast, you can head on over to our website, which is solo.to/next take podcast. There you can get any of the links to any of our social media, which is Facebook, Instagram at Next Take Podcast, and Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Next Take Pod. You can also find links to our Reddit page and many other things, I'm sure. Can't remember all the top of my head. You can also email us at mikeltanyka@gmail.com. There you can send us any inquiries you have, any questions, or also any episode ideas. And if you do have episode ideas, just make sure you put in the subject line episode ideas, and we'll add it to our list. If you also liked us, you can like us, rate us, follow us on any of your favorite podcast apps. You can rate us, however, on Spotify and Apple Podcast. We would greatly appreciate that. And we'll also move forward and share or spot a light on those who give us 5-star ratings in the future. That is it for us. We'll see you next time for the episode.